Following a gritty performance last week on the road against state-ranked Abilene, the Tigers return home to the Den for senior night and the start of the second season. Tiger pregame is here, being brought to you by Clay County National Bank, State Farm Insurance, David Borgarding Agent, and B&D Sandblasting and Painting. Tonight, the Tigers host the Goodland Cowboys. Stay tuned. Our pregame talk with Coach Rice is next.
When you're a student athlete, you carry a lot of responsibility because you represent not only yourself, but also your family, your school, and your community. So whether you're in the classroom or on the court or field, take pride in what you do, persist in your endeavors, and work hard to achieve your goals. These qualities will help you succeed and find fulfillment, not only now, but also in the next chapters of your life. We're proud to support you, Tigers. We're Clay County National Bank, member FDIC.
Knowing that we'll be fine tomorrow gives us great peace of mind today. That's why it's so important to ensure your future and your family's. State Farm can help you do it, thanks to their financial services and agents who can personally advise you on which plans better suit you. Continue enjoying your lifestyle, invest in your business or yourself, and ensure your children's education. Get to a better state. Call David Borgarding at 632-5642 or visit him at 428 Lincoln Avenue in Clay Center.
Football season is the favorite time of year for the guys at B&D Sandblasting and Painting. They specialize in sandblasting stock trailers, hay trailers, and semi-grain trailers. They can make your old trailer look like new and maintain its function and value with their high-quality primer and paint. B&D are also experts at installing seamless guttering on your home or business. When their work is done, you can bet they'll be at the football game supporting the Tigers. Give B&D Sandblasting and Painting a call at 632-0696.
Back on Tiger pregame, joined now by the head coach of the Clay Center Tigers, Todd Rice. Coach, Friday at Abilene, you guys were a couple of plays away from having that go right down to the wire, which is what you and your staff talked about, was if you can get it to the fourth and close, and you were still within reach. But there were a couple of plays that got away from you. Outside of that, you think you guys executed what you and your staff were trying to get done?
I think offensively we did a lot of really good things with ball control and, what we were able to do. And, like I told the kids, going in the fourth quarter, it's 21-14, and that you're right in the ball game, and right where we had hoped to be at that point. We just kind of let a couple things get away from us in the second quarter, and of course their quarterback is kind of another level player, and unfortunately he got loose on us a couple times, and that was really the difference in the ball game.
I want to remind everybody, too, that you played that game without Gabe Ware, we talked about in pregame, and basically without Tyler Young, who went out very early with injury. And as we've seen with your team all year long, next man up really means something. You've had a lot of people step up. The Tigers' depth has proven pretty impressive this year.
Yeah, we have had a lot of guys that, have really had to step up. And, the other night, Hunter Mullen stepped in and played inside linebacker. We started the game with 4 sophomores on defense, and then when Tyler went out in the first quarter, we're playing 5 sophomores on defense. But, that youth showed up, but, our guys' mentality of next man up and helping each other out has really been a strong point.
Tonight it's back home at the Den. Seems like a long time since a home game for you guys, and it's senior night. You've got a pretty great group of seniors this year. I've heard you talk about them quite a bit, both on and off the air, and glowingly about what they've brought to this team for you guys.
Absolutely. Just real proud of this group of guys to, see their development. Coming into high school, some of these guys, had not had a ton of team success. And, to watch their development, and just so many of them are those guys that, you hope people in your program evolve to. Some of them were not in the big picture as a freshman and sophomore. And those guys kept working, and here they are starting and really contributing. And, different weeks, we've talked about different guys that have just come up and made big plays for us. And, I couldn't be more proud of them. And then just the parent support that's come from that group as well. We have a great group of senior parents with us.
Be a fun night to honor them, of course, in pregame festivities, along with some of the other sports as well this evening. What about this Goodland team, Coach? First thing that jumps out to me is they throw the ball all over the field and all night long, pretty much.
Yeah, they do. There's been games where, they might have single digits as far as running attempts. And so, their quarterback is very efficient. They have a really good scheme as far as being able to spread you out and attack you at certain places. They run screens a lot. They try to counter the pressure that you put on the quarterback with their constant screen game. They probably have as good a receiver as there is in the state with number 20, Avila. He gave us some trouble the last couple of years, and he's a guy you definitely have to know where he's at on the field.
Coming into this week, is the scheme stay the same? You try to get to the quarterback, even though they negate that sometimes with the screen pass, and you just got to have your backers and corners kind of in position?
Yeah, and, you have to get the quarterback off his spot. If he can do his normal drop and throw from where he wants to, he is very good about putting that football right where he wants it to be. And so the question is going to be, can we pressure and move him with our front four? If we can't move him around and get pressure with the front four, then we will have to bring another guy in a box and adjust our coverage accordingly. So be a little bit of chess match on that. And then, hopefully our offense can go out there and we can ball control and, get after them with some fast pace, tempo with what we're doing in our running attack.
Should be a gorgeous night this evening and great to be back at the Den. Coach, as always, we appreciate the time. Let's go get him tonight.
All right, thanks a lot.
Stay tuned. Chet's keys to the game are on the way next on Pregame.
This harvest, producers that planted one of the high-quality wheat varieties or a blend from Oldie Seed are recording significantly better yield results. Varieties like Hot Rod, WB 4458, and WB Cedar are high-yielding wheat varieties that deliver exceptional yields and good test weights. If you want the highest quality seed, make it a point to plant an Oldie Seed wheat variety or blend this fall. Call Oldie Seed at 877-692-4555.
I was going over paperwork in central office when in sauntered.
The name's Bond. I'm needing to lay low. I thought maybe selling office supply products would be a good disguise.
Well, we do offer great savings on items such as Laurel office furniture, desk, chairs, filing cabinets, and more, plus over 1,000 Business Source office supply items, house brands, but same great quality.
Perfect. And what do you think about this big rubber nose and mustache?
They'll never recognize you. Folks, for all your office furniture and supply needs, come see us at Central Office Service and Supply in Clay Center.
Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep is a proud supporter of Tiger football. Get to Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and test drive the 29-mile-per-gallon Ram truck and save during Ram Truck Month. Need an SUV? How about the 30-mile-per-gallon Jeep Grand Cherokee? For 47 years, Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep has treated you like family because our family name is on the door. Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep on West Anderson in Manhattan or online at schrammcars.com. Go Tigers!
Marty here at Bud's Tire. Like the Tiger football team, we strive to be the best we can be. After 47 years of serving our community, we feel like we have a good handle on what the best application of tires would be for your vehicle. We also can handle all your mechanical needs. We have many tire brands with rebates from $50 to $140 back. Man, what a great deal. Stop in and see us at 410 Court or give us a call at 632-2135. Good luck to all the Tiger athletes, and go Tigers.
A far cry from the last time we visited the Tigers' Den on that swampy, rainy, dismal night. This evening, as our old buddy Bill Grigsby would say, it's a beautiful night for football. Welcome to the Den along with Gary Pearson, our studio engineer. We have Dr. Stat alongside Kerry Carlson, Chet Carlson with us, Rocky Downey with you on a Football Friday. Chet, we talk about this every year when senior night rolls around. It seems early this year because we don't have another regular season home game coming up. I remember you and I doing these ball games, and senior night seemed like a long way off for you. Right. Then it seemed like a long way off for our family. And now we see our friends that seem like a long way off, and holy cow, here we are again, another senior night. It's a blink of an eye. We say it every year, but it's the truth, and it kind of blows your mind.
You know, I can never say it enough, and we say this every year, like you said, but it's so emotional. I mean, 5 years ago, you had to carry the ball because I couldn't talk, you know, and the year before, it was the reverse. And tonight, one of our dear friends is down there, and you know, but we have this every year because we have these kids from the time they're fourth graders on, right? And like we blink twice, and all of a sudden they're 12th grade. And it's a special night, and it's a fun time, and it's the start of district.
It is district play, and the Tigers played really well last week once again. They have put together a great resume. The Goodland Cowboys have as well, though, Chet. This is a pass-happy team. We'll talk more about it, but I know you have a couple of keys to tonight's ball game.
I do. On offense, we just have to do what we've been doing the last 3 games. Let's throw out that rain game because that doesn't count.
Right.
You know, that was too many variables. We have to control the clock, move the chains, average at least 4 yards of play, and we're going to win this game. On defense, we have to put your hands in the air, run by pass. The quote marks in the air, they run by pass. They throw a lot, but they're really short, and it's like run after the catch. They throw short passes. They throw screen passes. We got to stop what I call the long handoff.
Yeah, it is really their passing game. Now get it. Levi Archer, the quarterback, a sophomore, 6'3", 180, is thrown for 1,629 yards. But, again, a lot of those are yards after the catch, and in particular, Luke Avila, who is caught for 664. Half of the yardage of that 1,600, or a third of that or more, has gone to Avila, who is a senior. We've seen him before. He stung us the last couple of years from time to time. Tigers escaped last year, 14-13. You'll remember on a cold night out in Goodland. Now tonight, a gorgeous night for football, and the Tigers hoping to get an upper hand on this district championship.
Absolutely, and you know, this is the new season. We say this every year, too, because of the way it's set up in Kansas. You know, you play 9 games a regular season, but the last 3 are what qualifies you or do not qualify you for the playoffs in postseason. So this is the start of that determination tonight.
Tasty Pacer kickoff. Levi Fitzemeyer kicks a pop-up around the 27-yard line, taken, and the return is going to be out across the 32-yard line. Tigers do a great job to wrap up and bring down the ball carrier. That is Evan Peter, who brought the ball back. 3 Tiger defenders on the play. Now, Goodland did win the opening coin toss, chose to receive. The Tigers defended the south goal, and so now you have the setup here at Otto Lindner Stadium. The Tigers defensively look like this. Lane Lively, the safety, beside him is Tyler Young and Peyton Lane, the corners. The linebackers are Adam Ebert, Gabe Ware back in the lineup, Chase Casper, Hunter Mullen. Then you have up front Baylor Brumfield, Parker Folks on the ends, Gavin Ware, Garrett Craig starting inside. 1st and 10 here for Goodland. And they will run it on first down, and the carry gets to the line of scrimmage and not much more. Baylor Brumfield had the initial contact. You see Gavin Ware and Garrett Craig inside, finishing off the tackles to gain of maybe 1 for the Goodland Cowboys who do run it on first down.
And they come out. The Goodland Cowboys come out spread, sideline to sideline. They had 2 receivers on each side, 2 back, 5 on the line of scrimmage, and they came up the middle with the running play. Tigers had that defended very easily, but a little bit of a surprise. I mean, it's not quite the pistol, but it's very close to the pistol, and they may run something similar.
Now back to pass. Archer for the first time looks out right side. That ball looks like it skipped into the receiver's hands, and it did. The throw in front of the outside linebacker, Adam Ebert, trying to hit Darian Kent, and it skipped into his hands. Now the Tigers defensively, Hunter Mullen and Adam Ebert essentially become defensive backs against this team tonight, Chet.
Well, they really do it. Even Chase Casper, he's out there on a wideout, you know, in that first play. And he's one of our hard, and here he comes again out on the flanker.
Yeah, you can see Ebert and Young, Casper and Mullen spread across the field, and then Gabe Ware basically the lone linebacker. Archer back to pass, pressure coming. He throws, and it's going to be incomplete. Hunter Mullen on coverage, trying to connect with Dawson Raymer that time, and it's going to be 4th down and long for Goodland on their first possession. Ran for a yard, did 2 incompletions, and the Tigers will get the football.
Absolutely. We got a little bit of a pressure on the quarterback that time. I think that made the difference on the incompletion because the receiver had a very small opening there. The quarterback's an accurate quarterback, but he had pressure on him, and the throw was about a foot out.
Tyler Young back to receive on the punt. It is away. It's angled well away from him. It's going to bounce at the 33-yard line, take a Tiger bounce back near the 35. No return. but the Tigers will have good field position to start on the offensive side. Play center offensively up front. McCade Belly is the center. To his right side is Parker Folks and Jace Casper. To the left, Jacob Blackburn and Dylan Carlson. The receivers are Balin Brumfield. You'll see Brady Milliken, Tyler Young, Adam Ebert. Young and Ebert basically in those wingback positions. Gabe Ware behind the quarterback. Cade Wallace, the junior, steps in under center. 1st and 10 Tigers. First possession. No score. Just a minute into this opening quarter of play. Wallace back to pass left side. Squares up, fires downfield, looking for Tyler Young. It's up for grabs and falls incomplete. 2 defenders in the area. The Tigers taking a look downfield.
I'm a little bit surprised by that, but that's the idea. You know,
Right.
They wanted to get everybody surprised by that. Tyler Young, who didn't get to play past the first or second play of that game at Abilene last week, he's our speedster. We sent him on a deep sideline pattern there, and Cade Wallace goes up top. I like the idea. Here we are, those second 2.
And let's see if it softens a bit of the Goodland defense as well when the Tigers do go back to the ground, should they decide to do so. Tigers in the black tops, white bottoms tonight in the home field advantage. Here's a handoff left side. They know it's going to be a pitch out left instead. In the backfield is Tyler Young. T-Money makes a guy miss. He's got first down yardage. It looked like he was dead to rights. Ware up the middle of the fake. Wallace then carried it left. Pitch. Young was in the backfield with 2 defenders around him, Chet, and he got free.
All right, you were fooled. I was fooled. A lot of people out here below us were fooled. All of a sudden, Tyler Young is 3 yards deep in the backfield, about to get tackled. He breaks that tackle. He breaks 2 more tackles. And then after he picks up the first down, right before he gets his 19th yard of the carry, he knocks the would-be tackler out of bounds with a little shoulder pad.
19-yard carry for T-Money. It's 1st and 10 Tigers. Here's Wallace under center. This will be a handoff underneath, and it's going to Adam Ebert, I think, this time. It'll be a gain of maybe a yard out to the midfield stripe, though, go the Tigers. You know, you said it. I was fooled. You were fooled.
Right.
Tiger fans, you could hear kind of fooled. The only people not fooled, the Goodland defense, and it didn't matter because Tyler Young made a miss.
Well, and the Goodland team is on that sideline, and they're all watching it happen. And he's running at them, but they couldn't stop him.
Ebert with the gain of 1 stays in the game at the running back position. You have, Gabe Ware is back in. You have Ebert right, Young left, receivers to the Tigers, Milliken to the right side, and Brumfield off to the left. 1st down and 10. That is Ebert in the backfield, so we'll keep him there. Riley Griggs, the wing back right, and Gabe Ware did stay off to the sideline that trip.
Anyway, that was a tight formation even for the Tigers.
Right.
Sometimes we see them come out where we could fit them in a suburban, you know, and that time they were extremely tight all the way around. But Goodland didn't really tighten up on defense like they could have that time.
It is a gain of 3 for Adam Ebert. Now Gabe Ware is back in. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Cade Wallace does have Brumfield right, almost in a tight end position. Ebert and Young are the wingbacks. Young in motion from left to right. They'll hand off underneath, and Ware is met in the backfield and will get back to the line of scrimmage, and a good effort to do just that. It brings up 4th down and still 6 yards to go. The Tigers will be forced to punt as well.
I'm going to tell you, Gabe Ware picked up half a yard, maybe a yard on that play. He should have lost 2. I mean, I got to give him credit for that because he was hit hard 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but managed to pick up 1 yard, still well short of the first down.
Connor Last stands at his own 42-yard line. Last is averaging in the year 33.7 yards per kick, his longest 47 yards. He stands at his own 43. The snap from Parker Folks on the money. The kick is away. It's a end-over-end kick. Fair catch is going to be called for at the 21-yard line, and that's where Goodland will take over the football. It was Luca Vila who called for the fair catch for the Goodland Cowboys. The Tigers will see a 26-yard punt coming from Last, and it'll be Goodland back with possession for their second time. 8:24 to work in this opening quarter. This is already a quicker game than expected. Don't expect this pace to stay, Chet, because Goodland, we know, is going to throw the football apart.
I agree with you. I think the ratio of pass to run is going to be 3-1, you know, before the game's over, but it hasn't been so far.
Now it's a draw play underneath and a carry by Evan Peter. He gets by 1 tackle down to the sideline, knocked out of bounds by Tyler Young, but not before Evan Peter picks up a running play of 13 yards, 1st and 10 Goodland.
Actually, I think they have gone 3-1 on average with pass to run, even in that first possession when we went and forced them to punt. That's why we're a little soft. We're a little soft on the first interior after the line of scrimmage of the defense and the corners. They were able to pick up the first down on that run.
Peter stays beside the quarterback Archer. He will now counterplay coming from right to left. This is Avila with the carry, and Goodland bringing out a running attack. And again, they have thrown the football a ton this year, Chet. If you look at the quarterback Levi Archer, the sophomore, 125 of 227 on the season for 1,629 yards.
Right.
And they've come out now and run 2 straight plays that have gotten good yardage. That a counterplay out of the shotgun.
Well, they live and die by the pass, and they're trying to set up the pass. They're trying to loosen us up a little bit for the pass there. But Avila, we've called his number for 3 years.
Archer back to pass, wants to go downfield. He's got a receiver open, and it's going to be caught. This may be a touchdown. That is Darian Kent, the little guy. He wears 80. You would think that's a tight end type number, but at 5'7", 130, Kent got loose down the seam on a post pattern, and Archer put it on the money. Goodland's gone up here 6-0.
That was a bomb. That was a post right down the middle, and he got a step on our defender, and all of a sudden the ball was placed out there perfectly. He hit him in stride, and it was like a 57-yard pass for Goodland.
Huge play for the Goodland Cowboys here early. They lead 6-0, 7:32 to work in this opening period. So the Tigers will have their back against the wall here early, trailing by a touchdown. Goodland lining up to go for the 2-point conversion. Archer from that shotgun. They're on the left hash. 2 receivers to both sides. Back to pass the 2-point conversion. Stands, fires across the middle. Ball knocked up in the air and incomplete. Lane Lively busts up the 2-point conversion try. Tigers will trail 6-0 as we head to the Tigers' second offensive possession. 7:32 to work, opening quarter, 6-0 ball game. Goodland, a player down on the field on that play. It looks like Evan Peter injured on the pass attempt or the pass catch attempt in the end zone. Stay with us. Tigers get the football back when we return.
Welcome to Subway. What can I make for you?
I want to mix things up a bit.
How about one of our delicious Reuben sandwiches? Loaded with your choice of tender corned beef or oven-roasted turkey breast.
I like where you're going with this.
They're fresh toasted with melty Swiss cheese and topped with sauerkraut and Thousand Island dressing. All on your choice of freshly baked bread.
Sounds perfect.
Coming right up. The Subway Reubens won't be here long, so try one today. Subway. Eat fresh.
Limited time only at participating restaurants.
Farmway Co-op, your partner in growth.
Invest locally today for a better community tomorrow. Since 1911, Farmway, your local cooperative, continues to serve customers and its community with professional service and value-added products for all your agricultural and energy needs to plant the crop, take care of the crop, and store the grain after harvest. When looking for a resource or an extra hand for your farm, turn to Farmway, your cooperative.
Goodland strikes early, leads 6-0 with 7:32 to work in this opening quarter. So the Tigers find themselves trailing here early on, but they'll have the football for just their second possession of the game.
Well, and one of my keys was to not give up that short pass, and we didn't. That was a long pass right over the top. But I don't know. I don't think Goodland is known for that. And I think I'm going to say that was one of those circumstances where everything fell into place for them. We had a little bit too soft over the top. We can't do that anymore.
Here's the kickoff, taken downfield, picked up at the 13-yard line. This will be Hunter Mullen with the return, back up the middle, now gets across the 30, still on his feet to the 35, falls forward near the 36-yard line. Good return by the Bulldozer. The Tigers will take over with good field position at their own 36.
I like what I've seen on kick returns tonight. And, you know, with Hunter that time, there were about 3 times he looked like he was going to break that. I mean, he had a little bit of a seam there. He was breaking tackles. That was a nice return by Hunter. We're going to take possession. They have about 64 yards, 65 yards to go to the end.
Tigers with the football. Receiver right and left for Cade Wallace. In motion from left to right goes Ebert. This is Wallace keeping it out near the 38, maybe 39-yard line. A gain of a couple. Second down and 8 for the Tigers. 7:13 to work. Opening quarter. Goodland leads it here early, 6-0.
And with an offense like what Clay Center's been running this year, very seldom do we make any movements on the first, second possession. Before we get our legs under us, we start figuring out what works. Cage figures out what reads to make on that line. And we got it going last week against Abilene. I like our chances against this Goodland team.
Tight formation once again. Pitch out right side. Ebert. He's hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss back at the 35-yard line. He was hit almost as he caught the pitch that time.
Yeah, he was. That was Nolan Deeks. He's a junior. That was a great job of defense by that Goodland team.
For the Tigers face now with third down and long, 3rd and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Milliken, the receiver, to the right side. Balin Brumfield now splits out wide to the left. So for the first time, really, we've split the formation a bit. It's been pretty tight up to this point. Ware the back with Ebert and Young, the wingbacks. Cade Wallace under center, 3rd down 10. They will work it left side, pitch out left for Tyler Young. He will split through a defender. He's got some open field to the midfield stripe. To the 40, runs through a defender, stays on his feet. To the 25-20, the 15-10-5. Touchdown Tigers. T-Money takes it home. No flags. Tigers tie it up. A 65-yard touchdown run by T-Money.
And I'm going to tell you what, there was a canny quick block of the game there, and I do not have the number. I need to go back to replay, but that freed him up to, first of all, pick up the first down. And then if he hit open field, he cut back, 65-yard run for the touchdown.
Ran through a defender, I said, then ran free from that defender and to the end zone. Tigers have it tied. Peyton Lane on for the lead now for Play Center after a T-Money 65-yard touchdown run. Here's the hold by Mullen, the kick by Lane, plenty of leg, and it's touched the uprights. Tigers go on top 7-6. 5:53 to work. Opening quarter. Tigers lead it by 1 when we come back.
Winter will be here before you know it. Now is the perfect time to schedule a propane tank inspection and fill by the professionals at Propane Central. Whether you use propane at your home, farm, or business, you can be sure you are getting the best value with Propane Central. Call today or visit them online at propanecentral.com.
Propane Central, leader, innovator, and friend.
Crop Production Services offers the best quality corn and soybean seed lineup that truly fit your acres and the way you farm. Year after year, top-performing brands such as Asgrow, DeKalb, Dynagrow, and Mycogen turn top yields in field trials. Get expert agronomic advice, responsive service, and consistent fair pricing from Crop Production Services. Early cash and volume discounts and financing options available. Visit with Pat, Josh, Doug, and Sheldon for all your corn and soybean seed needs.
Chet, earlier on, you and Kerry Carlson, our statistician, both looked at me and said, is Tyler Young good to go after last week? Does that answer your question?
It does. Well, he broke my heart watching him stand in his jeans last Friday.
There's a really popped-up kick that's going to be taken by an up-back by Goodland, and it will be returned out across the 35 near the 39-yard line where Goodland will take over. The Tigers have reclaimed the lead here after Goodland scored on a long strike through the air. The Tigers scored a longer strike on the ground.
And it was great running by Tyler, and let's give a couple of props to some blocks. Adam Ebert and Balin Brumfield, they were the ones on the far side that helped, first of all, let him get the distance for the first down. Then after that, he cuts back, breaks the tackle, goes the distance.
Archer back to pass again, going long. Good coverage downfield. It's going to be overthrown. That's Caleb Mindham on coverage. Caleb has been out. They've had a family situation. He had to actually drive to New Hampshire. Really? Just got back on, I believe, Thursday morning. So Coach Rice wasn't real sure if they'd have him back. But I tell you what, the sophomore, we've talked about him. I talked with Todd Rice this week, and he said Caleb's really just done outstanding stuff everywhere on the field this year.
Well, I became a fan of his last Friday night in Abilene. You know, he got a lot of action. He's a sophomore, 5'6", 143, and he's got a big old heart. He plays hard.
2nd down 10. Good coverage that time downfield by Mindham as Archer tried to go deep for the second time. 7-6 Tigers lead at 5:45 to work for in the opening quarter. Archer back to pass. A lot of time. Fires out short this time. This is Evan Peter. He's going to be brought down near the line of scrimmage. Good job outside. That is going to be me get the numbers for you. Adam Ebert, Gabe Weir, Caleb Mendham, and Dylan Carlson all out in that area. And while the pass play was caught, it looked like there was maybe some room. They shut it down quickly for a gain of 1.
Absolutely. That was a committee of 4 there. It was a complete pass, as you say. They picked up 1 yard. Good coverage by the Tigers on that play.
3rd down and 9 to go as Goodland has it at their own 41-yard line. Archer's had time to look downfield. The Tigers wanted to pressure him. They haven't got to him yet. Again, throws across the middle, has a receiver. This is Avila. Wow. And what a tackle from behind by Adam Ebert. It'll be close to a first down, but a big-time hit by the Atom Bomb.
I tell you what, that was a big tackle because a lot of guys coming from behind just reach out, tackle at the leg. He came over the top, crushed him to the ground. Otherwise, he'd have had the first down easy. It's 4th and 1. 4th and maybe less than a yard. They will go for the shotgun. Archer stands in near the midfield stripe. See if they snap it and go for it here. Goodland, long snap count. They look to the sideline. 4th down and less than a yard to go. They're at their own 49-yard line. Tigers lead it 7-6. Goodland, 5-2. They will go for it. Here's Archer keeping it to the right side. Bubbles back. Now gets the first down yardage just across the midfield stripe. He had to make a heck of a run. The Tigers stretched that out pretty nicely. We stretched out to the sideline. He bubbled back twice. And each time I thought, we got a chance to drop it short. He was able to pick up the first down, not by a lot, but you don't have to get it by a lot. They moved the chain.
1st and 10. Goodland now at the Tiger 49-yard line. 4:11 to work. We're in the opening quarter. 7-6. Tigers lead it. 2 big plays, 1 through the air for Goodland, 1 on the ground for the Tigers. Here's Archer back to pass. Pressure coming from Jalen Clowney Brumfield, and it's going to be incomplete. Balin Brumfield, I'm telling you what, I had a feeling tonight could be one of those nights we'll call his name a bunch. If we do, it's a good Tiger night, and that was the first time we called.
Absolutely right. You and I talked about this last night when we were talking about this game, and Balin needs to have a lot of pressure on that quarterback. And that time he not only did, he got a hand on his arm when he was throwing the ball.
I think Archer thought he could get away, and Brumfield's speed just got to him. Here's one of those rocket screen passes that's trying to go outside to Raymer, and it's going to be incomplete. Now 3rd down and long. The Tigers brought everybody up. They were setting up that screen. When I say rocket screen, that's the old school term. I'm not sure they even call that anymore, but it's a wide receiver screen. Right. And that time the Tigers had it covered, and they had pressure coming at Archer.
When you bring the house, it can be good or bad when they throw a short pass.
3rd down, 10. Back to pass. Archer, pressure coming. Now Bubbles right side. Toward the sideline. Fires on the move. It's picked off and out of bounds. No, incomplete. It was picked away downfield by Gabe Ware, the middle linebacker, in coverage downfield. It's 4th down and 10. He picked it off, but he was out of bounds when he did so. They'll force the punt for the second time by the Cowboys.
We get confused with the black and white and the white and black. And, at first I thought, it's a complete pass, but it's a yard short. But it was an interception out of bounds, a yard short.
Hunter Mullen back to receive the punt now from the Cowboys' Evan Peter. 4th down and 10 for Tigers 49. Peter will get it off. He will again angle it away from the return man. Bounces at the 15. Then rolls out of bounds at the Tigers 12-yard line. That's where Clay Center will take over with a 7-6 lead.
But I'll tell you what, that was a really good punt. At first I thought Hunter's way too far back. And then when he hit that punt, I thought, no, Hunter's the right distance. And he started angling out of bounds. And then it shot out of bounds right at the 11-yard line. That was a good punt by Goodland.
3:34 to work in the opening period. Tigers do lead it 7-6. It'll be Clay Center's football at their own 12-yard line.
If you and I would have been asked to write an essay of how we thought the first quarter would go play-wise, we'd have both been wrong.
Yeah, I agree completely. Tigers with it. Cade Wallace steps in under center. McCade Bellius in motion from left to right goes Adam Ebert. They'll hand off underneath to Gabe Ware. Short yardage play. Moves it out maybe a yard or two. It'll be 2nd down. Want to remind you that Cloud County Community College wants Clay Center Tigers to become Cloud County T-Birds. Visit them online at cloudedu.edu or schedule a campus visit to find out about all the opportunities waiting for you at Cloud County Community College. Go places, be a T-Bird.
2nd and 8, it's an important down for the Tigers. Back on their 13-yard line, 14-yard line. We have to sustain this drive and get something going.
Cade Wallace sets the offense. 2nd down and 8. T-Money starts in motion. They will work it left side. Wallace keeps it and moves it across the 15-yard line. Gains a couple, 3 more. It'll bring up 3rd down, maybe 5 or 6 still to go.
The two lines are still trying to figure each other out. And when that's going on, reading doesn't work at all. And, the backs are trying to read, and when the lines are kind of trying to figure each other out, neither one is dominating the other one, that's when reading doesn't work. And what has worked for both teams so far in this game have been the fast hitting plays. The slow reading plays have not.
3rd down, 5 yards to go. Run build wide left. Milliken off to the right side. Ebert and Young continue to be the wingbacks. Wallace under center with Ware behind him. T-Money starts in motion. They'll pitch it out now right side. This is Adam Ebert, and he's got the sideline and more. He's to the 40-yard line and knocked it out of bounds. It's 1st and 10, the Adam ball. Tyler Young said it earlier when I interviewed him. I said, who can maybe catch you on the football field? He said the next closest guy is Adam Ebert. There's no doubt, he said. The guy's got great speed.
Oh, yeah, it's great speed. But the thing I've said about Adam the last 2 years is his amazing balance, and that's what kept him in bounds. He was able to turn that corner and then use his speed going up the sideline.
26-yard gain for Adam Ebert. It's 1st down and 10. Tigers now out to their own 42-yard line. A drive that started back on their own 12. Here's Wallace. Underneath, he'll keep it. Falls right side. Gains maybe a yard or 2. 2nd down and still 8 or 9 to go. Tigers getting Brogan Kent in on the offensive line. He'll come out now. Brandon Loader comes back on the field, as does Parker Folks. Jacob Blackburn, Dylan Carlson off to the left side of that line, and McCade Millie is the center. They split Milliken off right side, Brumfield to the left.
Well, Cade made a living last week at Abilene, and I'd say Goodland watched that film all week. So we need to adjust.
2nd down 9. As Wallace goes under center. In motion goes Riley Griggs in there at the wing back. Now it's going to be Gabe Ware, almost breaking free, still on his feet. He's to the 30, to the 25, the 15, the hit from the 6, takes it to the house, and the Tigers go up by a full score. It's 13-6. He was tackled 3 times, Chet, and he broke every one of them.
Are you kidding me? Wow. Are you kidding me? That boy, that man was tackled at least 3 times, and he never came close to the ground. I mean, he was stopped, and he just, all of a sudden, he's in the end zone 57 yards later.
Gabe Ware takes it home. Had to sit out last week at Abilene. I know it had to hurt him to stand in jeans on the sideline. He gets some payback here in district play, taking it home from 57 yards. The pick up and good by Peyton Lane. And the Tigers now have a 14-6 lead in this opening period. 1:09 to work. You're listening to Tiger Football on 100.9.
Headphones, cell phones, portable drives, wireless keyboards, and more. Radio Shack offers awesome tech solutions for everyday use. From batteries and memory cards to auto connectors and cables, you'll find exactly what you're looking for, plus a wide variety of accessories to upgrade your digital equipment. Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack, enabling everyone to find what they need to connect and power their lives. Downtown Clay Center.
Todd from Walls True Value here, and I want to share a comment from a customer. This customer told me, "I don't know what I would do without your store. You really make my life easier." Well, that type of praise is great, but it also makes us aware that we need to live up to a pretty high standard. We hope that you will experience exceptional service and value when shopping for paint, lumber, hardware, and appliances with us. Come see us at Walls True Value in beautiful downtown Clay Center, open 7 days a week for you.
Well, Chet, I know coming into this football game, one of your keys was for the Tigers to do what they've been doing.
Yeah.
Ball control, eat up the clock. They've done just that. That was the longest drive of the game, 2 minutes and 27 seconds. The Tigers from their own 12-yard line. And now in special teams, Lane Magic Libby absolutely blows up the run back of Evan Peter. The Tigers lead 14-6.
Lane Libby on senior night going out there with a big stick on the kickoff. 2:27 for a drive. That's like a 3 and out in some games, isn't it? I mean, it's like a nothing drive. That's our longest possession of the game tonight. as I was picturing everything between these two teams, man, I just can't wait to watch what happens the rest of the game. That couldn't have been more wrong so far.
Levi Archer from that gun, back to pass on first down. Stands in the pocket, a lot of time. Fires out right side, and he overthrows the defensive back, I should say. Mendham just couldn't backpedal quick enough. Luke Avila comes up with the catch now at the Tiger 40-yard line.
Luke Avila had just a few steps on Mendham there, and he went and Avila had to go up as high as he could jump, and he pulled that ball down just over the outstretched arms of Mendham. Good picked up on that pass for Goodland.
So here comes the Cowboys. 1st and 10, now at the Tigers 40. Back to pass Archer. Now it breaks down. He'll run it through the middle. Great catch by Gavin Ware in the middle. Now Archer's going to get about 4 or 5 yards, but he could add a whole bunch more if Gavin Ware doesn't make a play.
I tell you what, we have a couple of defensive linemen that can close on guys faster than they think, and they underestimate him. Gavin Ware's one of them. Garrett Craig's one of them.
The super softs inside right there.
Absolutely, and that time it was the youngster Ware coming in.
2nd down, and now 6 to go. Clock ticking down to 15 seconds in this opening quarter. Tigers lead it 14-6. Goodland driving. Handoff underneath Evan Peter. Good trip up. I think that was Dylan Carlson who actually made the tackle with that big club on his right hand. He's had to deal with the cast and all that bandage around the right hand. It brings up 3rd down and 3, and that'll end the opening quarter. Tigers lead it 14-6. Goodland at the Clay Center's 33. You're listening to Tiger Football on 100.9.
Character, commitment, discipline. These are just a few of the many aspects that our student athletes build by being involved in athletics. Those invaluable qualities our young people gain from their athletics help prepare them for real-life situations, which is why the Citizens National Bank has always been a proud supporter of youth and high school athletics in our communities. We encourage everyone to go out to cheer on and support our student athletes and our athletes of tomorrow. We'll see you at the game. The Citizens National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ray's Apple Market is glad to provide customers with quality choices to feed your family while saving you money. From peanut butter to box dinners, snack items, canned goods, and more. The variety of the Wow Bins at Ray's Apple Market is always changing and offers you more savings. You'll find the Wow Bins throughout the store that features your favorite brands, private labels, and new food items to try. Shop every week to find great values and stock up on pantry items your family enjoys.
14-6, we go to the second quarter. Chet just said it feels like halftime, and with all the action that's taking place, I agree. A couple of scores real quickly. Concordia trails Colby into the first quarter, 14-0. Abilene at McPherson, a 7-7 tie at the end of one quarter. Here it is, 3rd down and 3. Counter play from left to right, and the Tigers blow it up. A big-time tackle in the middle. That is Balin Brumfield who makes the play. It's going to be a loss of yardage, and I mean like a 5-yard loss of yardage from 3rd and 3 to 4th down and 7.
I tell you what, I got to be around Balin a little bit at some camps this summer and other places. I really enjoy that kid. And then he comes out here every Friday night, and he makes a difference. And he made a difference on that play.
Goodland lining up to go for it on 4th down and 7. It's at the Tiger 37-yard line. Archer back to pass. Stands in the pocket, ball fakes. Now bubbles right. Brumfield chasing. Ball tipped away. Downfield by Gabe Ware. He's upset he didn't intercept it. It doesn't matter. The Tigers get it back regardless.
Oh, we're going to have probably better field position than if Gabe would have caught that.
Right.
If he was a basketball player, not a wrestler, he'd have caught it. But, no, I'm saying that out of fun. But
he knows that, too.
Yeah, he knows that. But he did. That went right through his hands. And he whipped he about broke his neck looking to see where that ball went.
And then about broke his hand because he was so mad at himself when he slapped him together. But the Tigers deny. Huge tackle on 3rd down by Balin Brumfield, set up 4th and long. And the Tigers' Gabe Ware drops back in coverage and makes the play defensively. Play Center takes over, leading 14-6. Handoff, now it's going to be given off underneath. Gabe Ware gets it to the 40-yard line. That's Adam Ebert, actually, with the carry. And it'll be a gain of 3.
And in all honesty, back on that potential interception, no matter whether it was a 5'6" or a 6'6" person, they'd have had a hard time staying in bounds. He was on that sideline. But it was great defense by the Tigers all the way around.
The Adam Bomb gets 4 yards on that 1st down carry. Tigers have 2nd down 6. Mullen in there with Young at the wingback. Back to pass, Cade Wallace. Looking downfield, wants to go deep. He's got Tyler Young open. Catch is made. Young at the 30. Now loses a tackler. Still on his feet. To the 25. He breaks another tackle. And finally brought down at the 15-yard line. Key money from Murph Wallace. 1st and 10 deep in Goodland territory. It's a gain of 45 yards.
Oh, my word. You know, we already have a couple of electrifying plays in the game up here, and we have another candidate for that. That did not score, but, I mean, it reminded me of those electric football games we used to have, you know, where they're just vibrating all around the table.
Tyler Young was like playing flag football there for a moment. 1st down and 10. Tigers now at the Goodland 15-yard line. 10-15 to work. We're in the opening quarter. Cade Wallace looks to the sideline. He's got a tight formation left with Balen Brumfield. Wide right is Brady Milliken. In motion goes Hunter Mullen. They'll work underneath. Cade Wallace keeps it, flips by a tackler to the 5. Near the goal line. He stays on his feet. Touchdown, Tigers. Murph Wallace takes it in from 15 yards out, and the Tigers have gone up now by 2 touchdowns.
Cade Wallace showed a burst of speed there. When he decided, he made a decision, he made his read, and when he cut upfield, it doesn't matter who was there, they weren't going to get it. He got all the way into the end zone fast.
How many tackles have the Tigers broken already tonight? I know we don't keep that stat, but that could be a stat of the game for Tyler Young, Gabe Ware, now Cade Wallace. I mean, everybody's breaking back all over. Extra point try from Peyton Lane is on its way, and good again. Peyton came into this football game on extra points, 11 of 15. He is 3 of 3 tonight. The Tigers lead it 21-6. We're in the second quarter, 9:59 to work. You're listening to Tiger Football on KCLY.
This harvest, producers that planted one of the high-quality wheat varieties or a blend from Oldie Seed are recording significantly better yield results. Varieties like Hot Rod, WB 4458, and WB Cedar are high-yielding wheat varieties that deliver exceptional yields and good test weights. If you want the highest quality seed, make it a point to plant an Oldie Seed wheat variety or blend this fall. Call Oldie Seed at 877-692-4555.
Wherever the road leads this season, you have to depend on quality tires to get you there safely. Hanson Ford has a huge selection of tires for sale, big brands, and great prices. Now through December 31st, when you buy 4 select tires at Hanson Ford, you can get a $70 mail-in rebate. For the upcoming season, with wet and icy road conditions, you'll feel confident knowing you're riding on tires that perform their best when you need them most. Visit Hanson Ford in Clay Center today.
Back to the den. The Tigers ready to kick it off again, Chet. 21-6, Tigers now lead. Here's the kickoffs coming from the Tigers. Short kickoff, and it's going to be gathered up at the 35-yard line on the ground.
Right before we went to that timeout, you were talking about all of the broken tackles by the Tiger runners. Now, there's a flip side to that, and you and I have coached enough to know what the other side of that is. Those are missed tackles.
Yeah.
You know, those are missed tackles, and they break your heart as much as they fill your heart on the other side. And so we've been on both sides, and the Tigers, this is called momentum. You got to keep that going while you can.
Tigers defensively now set up. Anthony Atkinson Enneking in there. Caleb Mendham on the left side in coverage. Now they put 5 up in the line of scrimmage. Jace Casper up on that right side in a 2-point stand. Archer back to pass. Pressure bubbles into the right side. Toward the sideline, now fires incomplete. He had 4 Tiger defenders. Garrett Craig, Gavin Ware, Jace coming in. A whole defensive line for the Tigers was given chase.
Absolutely. We had 4 Tigers on the quarterback. Gabe Ware and the sideline had the defense on the pass receiver.
Second down 10. Clock stops at 9:52 to work in this opening half of play. Tigers on top 21-6. Goodland scored the opening point. A long pass play downfield over the top that put them up 6-0. They went for 2 and missed it. The Tigers have scored 3 unanswered. Perfect from the extra points after. Here's Archer again to pass screen play. It's that little bubble screen, wide receiver screen, whatever you want to call it. Both times they've tried it, Chet, they've thrown it incomplete.
Well, this is our key on defense. We talked about it before the first kickoff of the game, and we've seen it played out here in these last few. We just have to keep this going. what we're doing, we're stopping the short. I call it the run by pass.
Right.
It's like a long handoff. They throw short flare passes. They throw a lot of screen passes, a lot of short passes, and they depend on the run after the catch. We have defended that very well the last couple times, and it helps with the pressure we get on the quarterback.
Third down long, Archer back to pass. Down the middle he goes. He's got a receiver. That's Avila. He is a dangerous receiver. He's to the Tiger 25 down to 20, makes a move. Lane Libby is going to make the tackle, but it goes all the way to the Clay Center Tiger 10-yard line. Luke Avila, his favorite target on the season. Archer has hit him for 664 yards coming into this game and 4 touchdowns.
Well, we have 8 guys stopping the run by pass that I've been talking about all night long. But we have 3 guys over the top. At any given point in time, we have 2. So that's where we have to stop that over the top. He was wide open. We were able to stop him before he got to the end zone.
Here's Archer again. Draw play underneath Evan Peter. Balin Brumfield one more time making the tackle. He just absolutely caught him at the line of scrimmage and then held on and brought him down. I know we look at the stat of the game later on, but I'm trying to think, have we seen a penalty flag yet tonight?
Oh, man.
I don't think we have seen one. With all these long plays, I keep looking back to make sure they're going to stand.
I think you're right.
There's not been one yellow flag tonight. I don't think there should have been.
You pretty well jinxed it, so there'll be one on this play.
Well, that'd be okay if it's on the team in white. Here's Archer back to pass. Pressure coming. Screen play underneath. This is Evan Peter. He's to the 5-yard line and runs into a collision with Lane Libby and a couple of other Tiger defenders, Parker Folks, in on the play as well, and Adam Ebert was in there. It'll be third down and goal now at the Tiger 4-yard line.
Now, I'm all for letting the players play, coaches coach, and officials officiate. If there could have been one called, it would have been there. We had a tackler that couldn't get his arm out because it was being pulled back.
Archer really handed. No, he's going to keep it through the middle near the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Goodland. They have answered. Now it's 21-12.
And it was all from that big pass, pretty much over the top to Avila. Now, we have a sophomore quarterback. We haven't called him for 3 years. But Avila, we've been watching that kid play for 3 years. He's not a big guy. He's not a fast guy. He's not a strong guy. But he's just enough of all of that. And he's an athlete. And he's a competitor.
And now for the 2-point conversion, they missed the first time, so they'll try to get one in here to get it back to a touchdown lead. Here's Archer across the middle. Pass caught. There's Avila again, the guy you just talked about. Now we got a 21-14 ball game. 8:25 to work first half. Stay here. You're listening to Tiger Football on 100.9.
Girton Propane has provided quality service and employment opportunities for over 60 years. Girton is always on the lookout for exceptional company and owner-operator drivers to join their team. If you're a top-notch driver, call Andy at 800-232-0170. Girton transports liquid commodities throughout the 48 states with an emphasis in the Midwest. Girton is committed to excellence, safety, and quality service. Join the Girton team. Call 800-232-0170.
Central Valley Ag suggests this year you rethink your post-harvest schedule.
If this El Nino is as strong as it is and sets in as deep as it does, we could be looking for a wet fall time frame.
CVA agronomist Mike Zwingman says get on the list for fall fertilizer, soil samples, or weed control right away.
It's really important for us to make sure that as you're harvesting, we get out and get those fields soil sampled almost as soon as you get out of the field with the combine.
Get a hold of Central Valley Ag and make sure your fall field work gets done this fall.
Tigers now lead 21-14 after a 65-yard drive by the Goodland Cowboys, capped off by a Levi Archer 4-yard run on third down and goal. And so the Tigers' lead drops down to 7. They'll get the football back. Back to receive, Tyler Young. Both kickers have not gotten it back to the return man. Now Young does have a chance from his own 15-yard line. Starts up the middle and is brought down from behind as he nears the 30-yard line. That's where the Tigers will take over on 1st and 10.
I'll tell you what, I feel like I need to add another key to the game, and this is something we could say on any given game, on any given day. It's not offense, it's not defense, but it's like, don't lose focus, because this is the district game. We don't want this to become a shootout. And both teams have had some success on offense, a little bit of success on defense, stopping each other, but I'm not so sure the offenses haven't stopped themselves.
Right.
So you got to get out and take some control on offense.
Adam Ebert from the wingback, starts in motion.
There we
Now
go.
we've got our first penalty flag of the night.
Call it on the D.
And it's on, I think, Goodland offside. That was Ebert starting in motion, and one of the guys in the middle just couldn't hold his water and came across the line at the 3-5 yards. Chet, I know exactly what you were saying by telling our listeners we don't want this to be a shootout. 8:19 to go first half. It's 21-14. We're on the verge of this being a big-time shootout.
Oh, I know. It seems like it should be so much later in the game than it is.
21-14, Tigers do lead. First down 5 now. Cade Wallace makes the pitch, rolls right, wants to pass. Has Gabe Ware wide open, and he just couldn't bring it in. He'll be more frustrated on this drop than on the defensive drop earlier.
Oh, absolutely. That was Cade Wallace made a great fake. First of all, that's how that play started. He made a great fake in the backfield, and then he reversed its field and rolled out to the right with a little bit of a bootleg. Had Gabe Ware out there. Gabe was maybe thinking about running before he caught the ball
because he had space in front. There's no doubt. Second down 5. Tigers from their own 30. Oh, it's the 34-yard line. Second down, 5 yards to go. Tight formation again for Clay Center. Tyler Young goes in motion. They'll pitch out left short side. Young, couple of blockers, not much room, but he still finds an area to get through and squirt to the sideline. A gain of about 3 yards. That'll bring up third down and a couple to go.
I think that's just enough to make it a very, very interesting third down here. You're right. It's 3rd and 2. Tyler was able to shoot up that sideline. He was able to keep his balance when a lot of us wouldn't have been able to, and he maybe picked up another 1.5 yards, but that was a critical 1.5 yards sitting on 3rd and 2.
Out of bounds on the tackle, stops the clock at 8:08 to work in the opening half of play. Tigers on top, 21-14. Wide right is Brady Milliken. Left is Balin Brumfield. Wallace, 3rd down 2, and motion goes Ebert. They'll hand off underneath to Gabe Ware. It looks like he gets to the 40. If he got across the 40, it's 1st and 10. And it looks like he did.
I don't think it matters if it's a right foot or a left foot. Yeah,
that's their moving. That was an easy call for the officials. 1st down and 10. They hit from the sticks, carries it up the middle, and gets enough yardage to move the chains.
And that's big. That's what we needed to do here. Now we're just past the 40-yard line. We have a new set of downs. Let's start fresh, exhale, re-cue, and let's run this off.
Tigers from their own 40. 7:45 to work first half. On top by a touchdown. Cade Wallace under center. In motion goes Ebert from left to right. They'll pitch out to Ebert, right side. Gets by one tackler, but runs into another. He had to get by the first tackler to avoid being caught in the backfield by Levi Archer, and then he was brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Second down 10.
Basically no gain on that play. Brady Milliken out there was a pretty good block, but Goodland was bringing everything on that left side. They were selling out to the wide side of the field, and they may do the same thing to this side of the field this time.
Balin Brumfield, the wide side left. That's near the Tigers sideline as the Tigers move from north to south on the football field. Leading 21-14. 7-minute mark, second quarter. In motion, Ebert. Now it's handed off underneath. No, Wallace going to keep it up the middle. He's got some room to run. Dives out across the 45 to the 48-yard line goes Burt Wallace, and it brings up third down and now very manageable, Chet, after that run.
Yeah, just like the last time, about 3rd and 2. I like 3rd and 2. I like our chances on 3rd and 2.
And near the midfield stripe, in fact, the 50.5 yard or the Cowboy 49.5 is where the Tigers need to get for a 1st and 10. Brumfield wide left, Milliken to the right side. Gabe Ware behind Cade Wallace. 3rd down 2 in motion. Tyler Young. Wallace going to keep it. Now cuts it inside. He's got the first down and plenty. He'll take it to the 47-yard line. That's 1st and 10, Clay Center. Murph Wallace, another move of the chain.
Tell you what, that was a shifty play by Cade Wallace. It was a great read. First of all, it was a great read, but he helped himself. He got himself about another yard, maybe 2 yards, by what he did with his hand fake and his footwork there. I mean, he just picked up those yards.
It doesn't hurt when you're back. Gabe Ware's gone 57 yards.
Right.
And your wing back in motion at times, Tyler Young's gone 65 yards. That should open things up a little bit.
That fake pitch buys you a little bit.
Here's Wallace, now right side. He will give it off this time to Gabe Ware. and not much there. Gets it to the 45-yard line, a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards. Second down. This is more typical of what the Tigers were wanting to do, Chet. Yeah, kind of gets the pace in their favor. They lead by 7. They've now milked 3 minutes off the clock and continue to drive downfield.
I'd like a little quicker pace, but I don't know what pace I'm not at practice this week. I don't know what pace is comfortable for them. I just want them to fall into a comfortable pace that controls the clock and moves the chain.
Second down, 8 yards to go. 5:08 and counting in the first half. Tigers lead at 21-14. Wallace puts Young in motion from right to left. He will hand it off underneath. This is Gabe Ware again. He carries a tackler down near the 40-yard line. A gain of maybe 3. Now third down and 5 or 6 still to go for the Tigers.
And I honestly, I don't know. If we pick up 3 yards or more on this
4-down territory.
It is.
I don't think there's any doubt. Tiger mentality tells me from this year, if they get a couple, they're going to go for it.
Especially with 4 minutes to go.
Right. And a 7-point lead. Would prefer not to have that decision to be made, right, Chet?
Right.
Third down, 4. Wallace takes the pitch, rolls right, wants to pass, has a receiver. That's Gabe Ware. Pass is caught, and a huge block. Gabe Ware is gone, but a penalty flag is down. And I cannot believe they're going to throw a flag on what it is called was the best block we've seen tonight.
I was ready to write that down on the block of the game.
Wow. Balin Brumfield made the block, and the defender turned to make a tackle at Gabe Ware. And when I say turned, meaning upfield, Balin Brumfield was there and just planted him down. I got to see if they make this call or not.
I got to see what the call is.
They're waiting off.
Write it
Touchdown, Tigers.
Write that block down.
And I would also write down the crew got it right, because we three all were ready to write that down for the block of the game, and then all of a sudden the flag came in. Balin Brumfield frees up the hick from the sticks, and Gabe Ware takes it in. You know, he dropped the last one. He catches this one and takes it 41 yards to pay dirt.
What a great play. What a great play. Huge by a great block. And maybe the catch of the game are the officials waving off that.
Good call. Great call. Peyton Lane on for the extra point try. 4:11 to work in this first half. Tigers lead at 27-14. And now here's the extra point from Peyton Lane. Kick on its way, plenty of leg, and it splits the uprights again. The Tigers, now with 4:11 to go first half, lead at 27-14 here in the Den on senior night. Stay with us. Tiger football continues in 1 minute.
Twin Valley is proud to announce their free Twin Valley Wi-Fi zone, available to all fans at Unruh Stadium. With Twin Valley Wi-Fi, you can share the moments from the game with all your friends and family. Listen to the game on the KCLY app, post Instagram pics, tweet updates of the game, and update Facebook, all for free, without using your valuable cellular data. Enjoy the game and go Tigers from your friends at Twin Valley.
What happened?
This house is too small.
So let's buy a new house.
But we can't afford a new house. Money doesn't grow on trees.
That's why we'll go to United Bank and Trust. I heard they have low mortgage rates that are affordable for everyone.
Well, then let's go right now.
Stop and see me, Maria Fitzmeyer,
or me, Carla Sweet, at United Bank and Trust to talk about getting your new home loan process started.
Or visit us online at ubankonline.com. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tigers lead 28-14 after a big-time catch and run from Gabe Ware. Wallace hit him. Ware catches, moves it up the field. Balin Brumfield, the big block that frees him. And they go, how many yards on that drive? 70 yards on 10 plays, and they take it home for a 28-14 lead. Here's Luke Avila with the return. Still on his feet to the 35, and he's upended by Peyton Lane. That's back at the Goodland 35-yard line. The sophomore makes a big-time open field tackle.
An open field tackle like that, it's so rewarding when you can make it. And a lot of guys through their career make one of them, two of them. Peyton makes those all the time.
Pretty sure-handed, isn't he?
What a great open field tackle by Peyton Lane.
Tigers up 28-14 with 4:02 to work. We're in the opening half of play. Huge drive for the Tigers. to take it in. 70 yards on 10 plays. 3+ minutes of time ball control. Here's a pass out right side to Evan Peter to the sideline. Caleb Minden makes the tackle. It is moved to the 44-yard line. It'll be second down and short.
I want to go back to that touchdown, that Gabe Ware touchdown and the block from Valen Brumfield. That was such a highlight film block that it almost requires a flag gets thrown because it seems like something was wrong.
Should have been wrong, yeah.
It seems like something was wrong, but it wasn't.
Second down, a yard to go for the Cowboys from their own 44. Tigers lead it 28-14. Now down to 3:52 to work in the first half. Tigers loading up the line of scrimmage. They will fake it. Archer keeps it right side. Now cuts back in the middle. Parker Folks in on the tackle. Dylan Carlson and a host of Tigers coming to finish it off. It will be 1st and 10 for Goodland. They move it to their own 49-yard line.
It's very important that the Tigers put a stop on Goodland here before half. You know, there's about just under 4 minutes, 3:44 to go in the half. Goodland's moving the ball a little bit. We don't want another score before half.
Your receivers to both sides. That's the typical formation for Goodland. Staggered to both sides. Peter, the one running back. Archer back to pass. Quick screen pass. Now they hit the wide receiver screen for the first time. It's a room to run for Raymer. Now the ball is loose, but it's recovered by Goodland down at the Tigers' 30-yard line.
But we haven't seen a ball on the ground.
No, you're right.
Tonight until now, but that ball flew out of there. I didn't see who knocked it out, but that ball flew out.
Josh Smith recovered on the run by Dawson Raymer that time after the catch. And now 1st and 10, Goodland marching. They have it to the Tiger 30-yard line with 3:24 to work in this first half of play. Tigers on top again 28-14. Archer back to pass. Fires across the middle. He threw behind Avila, who was running that crossing route to the sideline. If it's out in front of him, Chet, that could have been dangerous territory, but it falls incomplete.
It really could have. And another thing I want to say about that is when you make your living throwing a lot of short passes like that, you can't throw a foot off.
Right.
You know, because those are going to get picked, and that one almost was.
Well, part of the reason he's thrown 15 touchdowns is 13 interceptions this season.
Right.
Second down, 10. Again, pressure coming. Fires across the middle. Oh, what a catch in the middle of traffic by the Goodland Cowboys. That is Cade Mayer. Pressure on Archer, and that ball was up in the air, and Mayer really exposed himself, brought it down. Great catch in traffic.
It was such a good throw, such a good catch. I mean, the quarterback had such pressure on him. It was such a good catch. You assume it's a first down. Tigers still made the stop with 4 yards to go.
3rd down, 4 to go. It's at the Play Center Tiger 25-yard line. Archer again to pass motion. There's a penalty flag down. Not only the second penalty flag that stands anyway. We had 2 thrown before this, 1 waved off. So a very clean game. And as we said earlier, I don't think there's things we thought should have been called necessarily.
It's not big time, no. You know, this has been a fun game so far. The only 2 penalties on record right now are 2 5-yard penalties against Goodland. Offsides on defense, and this time motion illegal procedure on the offense.
It's a big penalty here because instead of 3rd and 4, it's now 3rd down and 8. Now at the Tiger 29-yard line. Archer awaits the shotgun snap. Has it. Looks right. Now back left. Screen play underneath. And a big-time hit by Peyton Lane. Did you say something about open field tackles by this guy?
He's so sure. You know, Peyton's not a big guy. Everybody knows that. He's not a big guy, but he's going to tackle you. And you're not going to drag him.
Right.
You know, he's going to tackle you on the spot.
So Goodland with 4th down and 4 to go. 2:19 to work first half. At the Tiger 25, we'll go for it. Archer again to pass. Pressure coming from Carlson. Fires out. Avila. It is broken up by Adam Ebert. Avila got it out there on the right hand. Kept it nearly in play. But Adam Ebert stayed with it and knocked it incomplete.
Adam Ebert did a great job of defending on that play. If Avila doesn't have anybody on him, he eventually completes that pass. He had to juggle it, and he was trying to pull it in while he was juggling it. The trailer guy happened to be number 18, Peyton Lane, like a yard and a half behind that play. Lots of times that's the guy that gets the pick on a play like that. But the ball fell incomplete. Tigers take over. 1st down and 10, 28-14. Play Center from their own 25-yard line takes over on down. They lead it by 2 touchdowns. Cade Wallace under center. Gabe Ware behind him. He will work at left side, keeps it, falls forward,
And actually, the defender carries him a couple of yards forward to the 30. It's a gain of 5.
Good read. Once again, a good read by Cade. Cade takes a beating in there, right? In a Friday night of football, Cade's got to be pretty cool.
Second down 5. Young in motion. Working at left, pitch out now to Tyler Young. He's got a blocker. He's got some open field to the 40, 45-yard line, midfield strike, brought down from behind. Then he gets to the Goodland 45-yard line. T-Money electric again.
About a 26-yard run by Tyler on that pitch.
A minute 38 to work. We're in the opening half. Tigers lead 28-14. Now quickly to the line of scrimmage on 1st and 10 at the Goodland 44. Cade Wallace now looks at the officials. Play clock in motion. He's ready to work. In motion, Ebert this time. Handoff underneath. Gabe Ware. Fight for yardage. Carries a pack to the 40. It'll be a gain of 4. Tigers want a timeout with a minute 27 to work. I'll remind you, get started on a college degree while you're still in high school. Take online classes or concurrent classes offered at your high school through Cloud County Community College. Check with your counselor and add a Cloud County Community College class to next semester's schedule. A minute 27 to work. We're in the first half. 28-14. Tigers thinking more points right now.
I think so. And Clay Center does enough of leaving the ball in the belly. On that initial runner up the middle, whether it's Ebert, whether it's Ware. They pick up 3, 4, 5 yards every time, enough to keep them honest. Right? Keep them honest in the middle. They can't sell out for the pitch, for the off the tackle by Cade, whatever we happen to resort to off of that. And I like the way the Tigers are mixing that up, and I like the way Cade's reading everything in there right now.
And the play calling's been on target. The 2 pass plays to Gabe Ware, he dropped one, then he caught it for 41 yards and a touchdown. I love those calls on third and short. Then you talked about keeping them honest in the middle. There's 2 other things that I really, really think is huge for the Tigers. Tyler Young, we've seen him get in the open field. But you've got another weapon that sometimes defenses forget about in number 25. Adam Ebert can fly, and we saw that earlier today on the first touchdown drive.
Oh, I agree completely. The Tigers have a real chance. There's a minute 27 to go. We have 40 yards to go. They're wanting more points.
Second down and 6 for the Tigers. In motion goes Ebert. Right side, it's Wallace. Keeps it. Falls forward. Again, gets punished, but he gets a couple of 3 yards on the play. It'll be third down. Again, Play Center calls the timeout. We'll break here as well. You're listening to Senior Night Tiger Football on 100.9.
I was straightening shelves in central office when in marched
G.I. Joe reporting for duty, sir.
Excuse me?
I'm here to represent your cleaning and break room products, sir.
Oh, you mean our high-quality, genuine Joe products. Paper towels, trash bags, mops, plates, cups, and more, all at great savings.
It's not G.I. Joe products?
I'm afraid not.
My mistake, sir. Have a good day, sir.
For all your break room and cleaning supplies, come see us at Central Office in Clay Center.
Winter will be here before you know it. Now is the perfect time to schedule a propane tank inspection and fill by the professionals at Propane Central. Whether you use propane at your home, farm, or business, you can be sure you are getting the best value with Propane Central. Call today or visit them online at propanecentral.com.
Propane Central, leader, innovator, and friend.
Next Saturday, cross-country regional with A's at 11:30 a.m. 28-14 ball game. Tigers lead it here. A minute 21 to work with the football. Cade Wallace and Blaine Lively to the left side now. He will work it left, and not much there for the Tigers on third down. In fact, the ball came loose, and it appears that Goodland may have the football, and they will take over on the turnover. So the first turnover of the game, the Tigers give it up as they were driving here late in the first half. They lead 28-14.
Yeah, Cade had made the read to keep the ball, and he was cutting upfield. An arm kind of got in there. It mixed in with his, was able to pry that ball out, and everybody's going after the ball. Goodland came up with it.
By the way, a reminder coming up at halftime, we'll have a chance to talk with Tiger football again on our halftime show from Cloud County Community College. Hunter Mullen and Cale Drulo are guests, along with Coach Todd Rice. There's a pass across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. For number 3, second down and 10 with a minute 10 to work first half. Tigers on top by 14.
Yeah, sometimes an incompletion is because of at defensive back. That time I'm going to give credit to that incompletion to Balin Brumfield.
Yeah.
He had so much pressure on that quarterback.
Had to get rid of it well before he wanted to. Evan Peter again, the back beside Archer, then two receivers staggered off to both sides. Second down 10. Archer rolling right. Brumfield getting through again. There's a holding call against Goodland. The pass is going to be incomplete out of bounds. But it will be a holding call. Balin Brumfield was through again, and the defensive or offensive lineman had to hold him, or he was going to get to Archer.
Yeah, they grabbed his left arm, totally spun him around.
Right.
You know, and he still got pressure on the quarterback.
A load, the defensive end, Jabalian, Clowney, Brumfield, and he was getting through again that time when the flag was thrown. A minute 4 to go in this second quarter. Tigers do lead it 28-14.
Now, I never played offensive line, but I know there's a point in there where your job is even to get a penalty if it's protecting your quarterback. And Balin was coming.
And the offensive line was smart enough to realize it. It's like a defensive back. If you're beat, tackle him even if it's pass interference.
Exactly.
28-14. So Goodland backed up now. Second down and long at their own 25-yard line. Archer, handoff underneath the draw play to Evan Peter, and he will slide underneath the incoming tackle of Adam Ebert that time. Under a minute to go in this first half.
Well, that was second down and 24 to go, and they were just trying to, you know, pick up a little yardage up the middle so they'd have a more makeable third down. But the Tiger defense did a good job of closing up. It looked like it might go, but all of a sudden that middle closed.
Third down and 16. The football at Goodland's own 33-yard line. Tigers with some timeouts, just one left. And they will see Goodland wind this clock down to the end of the play clock. And now they will call the timeout. 21 seconds to work first half. It's 28-14. Tigers lead it here in the Den when we come back.
If you took a lot of pictures over the summer, print them off. Make copies for family and friends, or enlarge your favorites. It's fast and easy with the photo stations at Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack. You can print from your phone, Facebook, camera memory cards, and USB thumb drives. The helpful staff at Patterson's will be glad to help get you started. Save and share those precious memories. Use the picture stations at Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack, downtown Clay Center.
What happened?
This house is too small.
So let's buy a new house.
But we can't afford a new house. Money doesn't grow on trees.
That's why we'll go to United Bank and Trust. I heard they have low mortgage rates that are affordable for everyone.
Well, then let's go right now.
Stop and see me, Maria Fitzmeyer.
Or me, Carla Sweet, at United Bank and Trust to talk about getting your new home loan process started.
Or visit us online at ubankonline.com. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Goodland again with the timeout. 28-14. Tigers lead it. We're in the first half. Cowboys down to short time from their own 33. Third down and 16 to go. Archer out of the gun. And again, draw play underneath. Tigers eat this up. That is Garrett Craig with the tackle in the backfield. And that will stop it. Tigers can take a timeout here with 12.7 and at least force Goodland to punt the football, and they will do just that. Now, we'll remind you again, coming up at halftime, we have the Cloud County Community College halftime show, and we'll get a chance to talk with Cale Drula, who, by the way, Chet, he had a chance to start his football career in 4th grade with CCFA. In a military family, moved away, came back last year, and then came back out for football this season. And Coach Rice cannot say enough about good things about him and about this whole senior crew. And we'll also talk with Hunter Mullen at halftime. And we'll talk candidly, as we do with Tiger Trivia with Coach Todd Rice, coming up on our halftime show. And by the way, those conversations you hear on the air at halftime, you can also catch the video interview on our YouTube page, the KCLY YouTube page. There's fun to catch up with those guys.
So many of those kids over the years that I've loved so much, and you know, both of those guys, both Hunter and Cale, fit in that category. They're just so fun, so great, but boy, they grow up fast.
Yeah, they do. I asked Hunter, who's a junior this year, who the best smack talker was for the Clay Center Tigers. You'll be interested to hear his answer coming up at halftime. 28-14. So Goodland will be forced to punt on third down and 15 yards still to go. Fourth down and 50 yards still to go. Hunter Mullen, we just mentioned, back to receive. Goodland will kick it. High kick. Mullen from his own 30 calls for a fair catch and makes it now at around the 33-yard line. And Clay Center will have 6.4 seconds remaining. We'll see if they take a shot or just go to halftime with a 2-touchdown lead. 28-14. Tigers lead.
Is this the longest half we've had this year?
We had a feeling it would take some time because Goodland's going to throw it so much.
I know.
And it has been out of that way.
It's just been a kind of a strange game, but 28-14. I mean, what a interesting game to watch here. The Tigers and the Goodland Cowboys about to go to half.
And Clay Center is going to go back and take a knee with a 2-touchdown lead and a long field ahead, and that will be the final play of this half. Tigers lead it 28-14. We'll look at some of the numbers from this half, but first, when we take you now to halftime, the Cloud County Community College halftime show will feature those interviews we just talked about. They're coming up next.
Twin Valley is proud to announce their free Twin Valley Wi-Fi zone, available to all fans at Unruh Stadium. With Twin Valley Wi-Fi, you can share the moments from the game with all your friends and family. Listen to the game on the KCLY app, post Instagram pics, tweet updates of the game, and update Facebook all for free without using your valuable cellular data. Enjoy the game and go Tigers from your friends at Twin Valley.
Crop Production Services take this opportunity to thank their customers for their continued support and for the confidence placed in them. They don't take this privilege for granted and will keep working as a team with the common purpose of providing best-in-class services to all their customers. Crop Production Services also recognize the unity of our high school and college teams, building stronger partnerships together. They all know that your support and trust is the foundation of their success. Thank you from Crop Production Services.
If your life is busy and fast-paced, the Deli and Bakery Department at Raised Apple Market was made for you. If you like delicious meals that are ready to take home to your family, then the Deli and Bakery were made for you. And if you like freshness and variety, the Deli and Bakery were especially made for you. They made it all for you, just the way you like it. From their signature Rock House salads to their homemade breads and their fruits and veggies in between. See what they have for you at Raised Apple Market.
Hey Tiger fans, the lights are on, the team is ready, and the coaching staff has put together a successful game plan for tonight's game. Have you thought about your insurance game plan? This is Jim Gearhan with Farmers Union Insurance. Let us help put together a game plan for all your insurance needs. We cover everything from cars, trucks, boats, and motorcycles to homes, combines, and businesses. We can even help insure your retirement. Stop by and see us at 426 Lincoln Avenue, downtown Clay Center. A proud supporter of Tiger Athletics.
Back again on the Cloud County Community College halftime show. And once again this week, we had a chance during the week to visit with a couple of Clay Center Tigers and with Coach Todd Rice. It's senior night at the Den, and one of those seniors we had a chance to visit with, Cale Drulow. We talked about, well, several things. Here's our conversation.
How's the preparation gone for you guys leading up to this second season, as we like to talk it?
It's been long, and we've pushed and we've came a long way. So we were changing our defense a little bit, so we have more open field, I guess, for coverage on the pass, since Goodland's a passing team. But we came a long way, so we're doing good.
Now, for those who don't know, Cale, you actually started football here in Clay Center in fourth grade with the guy that's filming for us, Phil Casper. Then you moved away for a while, came back last year, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And this is the first time back out on the football field, correct?
I played fourth grade, and then I played in eighth grade for Missouri, and now I'm back every 4 years.
And tell me, every 4 years, perfect. Tell me some of the places, or tell the people viewing, some of the places you've been throughout your life. Has it been a lot?
Yes, sir. There's Louisiana, Colorado, Kansas, Texas, Missouri, New York, Washington, Iowa. There's a lot.
Surprised you remember that many of them. Now, that leads us to our Tiger Trivia. I told you I had 3 rapid-fire questions for you, okay? Yes, since you moved around so much, you can probably tell by the yes sirs, he's in a military family. And we appreciate your family and all that they've done. What food have you found in all your travels and places you've stayed? What food's your favorite, and where would it be?
I like cheesecake.
In a particular place?
My dad makes cheesecake, so it's in the kitchen, I guess. I don't know.
Everywhere you go, that's even better. I know as we get ready for this road trip back home, we've been away for, it seems like a long time. When you're on road trips, which Tiger is the first to say, "Are we there yet?" when you're on the bus?
I don't know. I'd probably have to guess on that one because I'd go to sleep on the bus.
Probably a smart move with all the knuckleheads you travel with all the time. What's the last app you downloaded?
Last app I downloaded was the physical fitness app on my iPad for Coach Rice.
Okay, and what is the favorite app you have downloaded at any time?
Soundhound.
Fun visit with one of the Clay Center Tigers special teams players and senior Cale Drulow. We'll be talking next with Hunter Mullen. Stay with us on the Cloud County Community College Halftime Show.
Farmway Co-op, your partner in growth.
Invest locally today for a better community tomorrow. Since 1911, Farmway, your local cooperative, continues to serve customers and its community with professional service and value-added products for all your agricultural and energy needs to plant the crop, take care of the crop, and store the grain after harvest. When looking for a resource or an extra hand for your farm, turn to Farmway, your cooperative.
A message from Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement in Concordia. Brutal winter days will be here sooner than you think. Is your home properly insulated to keep the cold outside and keep your energy bills affordable? If not, Geisler Roofing offers several different solutions, including spray foam insulation. At Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement, we've got you covered.
Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement, we've got you covered.
When it's time to replace that car or truck you're driving, or if you are in the market for your first vehicle, come see us at Union State Bank. We take the time to help you determine the price range of a vehicle that works in your budget. We finance cars and trucks at very competitive rates and offer an extended warranty program to give you that peace of mind for those unexpected repairs. So before you make one of the largest purchases in your life, come see us at Union State Bank to get pre-approved for your next car or truck loan. Member FDIC.
You're not sure what's for dinner until you walk by the deli department at Ray's Apple Market, and those mouth-watering aromas stop you dead in your tracks, luring you toward the deli window to see the savory selections. Golden crisp Chester chicken, savory baked chicken, juicy, tender chicken strips, and all the nutritious vegetables and tasty sides to complete your hot meal to go. You know what's for dinner. It's something fresh, hot, and delicious from the deli at Ray's Apple Market.
Back on your Cloud County Community College Halftime Show.
Joined by one of the Tiger linebackers, running backs, Hunter Mullen, the Mulldozer, is with us, one of the Tiger juniors on this team. I know last week, Hunter, you had to step into kind of a new position with some injuries for the Tigers. You moved into inside linebacker against the Goodland Cowboys. Tell us maybe what the biggest adjustment for you personally was having to move from outside to inside.
I think just seeing the field differently. Outside backer, you're kind of trying to push everything in toward the middle, and middle back here, you're the guy that everyone's pushing stuff to. So just seeing the field differently and kind of just different responsibilities on run, fill, and pass coverage.
You know, Cale mentioned a little bit of changing up the defense because Goodland's going to throw it all over the field. We know that. They love to throw the football. What are some of the things that are going to change for you now going into a different style of game?
Just a lot more man coverage. I'll be covering out on the edge a lot more, and just a lot more one-on-one press coverage, and just trying to put a blanket on them.
Do you have keys that you think you guys have talked about this week that's going to be really the situation that gives you a chance to win Friday night?
Just ball control the game, control the tempo of everything, and kind of keep their offense off the field.
Okay, we're going to talk Tiger trivia now. This is our 3 rapid-fire questions. He's trying to steal the question off my card, I can tell. All right, football players at all levels are known to talk to each other quite a bit. Which Clay Center Tiger talks the most trash? Best smack talker?
Ooh, that would be a tough one. That's probably a tie between me and Tyler Young. Probably.
I appreciate you being honest about it, though, not just calling somebody else out. Okay, name a TV show that is set to automatically record because there's no way in the world you can miss it.
Ooh, that'd probably have to be probably ESPN 30 for 30. I watch a lot of those.
It's a very cool show. Neat stories there. Okay, with Halloween just around the corner, favorite candy?
Oh, probably Starburst or Reese's.
And will you be trick-or-treating this year?
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe on a Friday night.
Halloween weekend at Concordia, part of that final week of district play. Hunter Mullen, our guest on the Cloud County Community College halftime show. We get a chance to visit candidly with Coach Todd Rice coming up next. Will you be ready for winter driving? You will with a Ford SUV from Hanson Ford in Clay Center. The Ford Edge, Explorer, and Escapes have the all-wheel drive and the four-wheel drive power you'll need for the winter weather conditions you know will occur. The good news is, now through November 2nd, Hanson Ford is having a big SUV season sale event where you can get excellent financing rates, but they're only offered for a limited time. Stop in to Hanson Ford to see if you qualify.
Marty here at Bud's Tire. Like the Tiger football team, we strive to be the best we can be. After 47 years of serving our community, we feel like we have a good handle on what the best application of tires would be for your vehicle. We also can handle all your mechanical needs. We have many tire brands with rebates from $50 to $140 back. Man, what a great deal. Stop in and see us at 410 Court or give us a call at 632-2135. Good luck to all the Tiger athletes, and go Tigers.
Todd here at Walls True Value. I got to thinking, if you get an 11% rebate on everything you buy, maybe everything you buy is priced 11% too high to start with. Just saying. If you want fair prices within easy driving distance of your home, shop at Walls True Value 7 days a week for lumber, appliances, hardware, and lots of stuff you need. No silly sales gimmicks, just solid products from solid people 100% of the time at Walls True Value in beautiful downtown Clay Center. Yes, 7 days a week for you.
This time of year, many farmers feel like they're juggling too many things at once. Or maybe you're the guy who's trying to keep multiple plates spinning. Well, let us help you. I'm Brent with Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales, and we'll help with fall custom application and knock down those weeds and keep them under control. The blessing of rain and through this year's growing season has led to tough weed conditions. But hit them now, and you'll be glad you did in 2016. Talk with us at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
The Cloud County Community College halftime show now continues with a visit with Coach Todd Rice. Caught up with him earlier in the week, talked football and more.
Coach, at Abilene Friday night, you guys put up a heck of a fight. You go into the fourth quarter down by one score. Right. You guys really did what the game plan was. Give yourself a chance late in the game.
Yeah, we did. We talked about that. You know, get into the fourth quarter, being a one-possession game. We're able to do that. Just unfortunately, we kind of hurt ourselves a couple earlier situations that kind of dug a hole there.
We talked earlier today doing a pregame show for On Air. The Tigers have had to see a lot of guys just step up. Injuries have caused the next man up to do the job. The good thing for you guys, you found out your depth is pretty good this year.
Yeah, we've had a lot of guys really step in, play some key roles for us. And, you know, the other night we started 4 sophomores against Abilene on defense. And then when we had an injury, then a 5th sophomore came in. So pretty young out there, and some kids are really stepping up, doing it for us.
Let's talk about the team. Let's talk about the team coming in this Friday night. The Goodland Cowboys make their way into the Tigers. And first, it's a home game. Yep. It's senior night. And before we even look at Goodland, how about this group of seniors? I know you've talked awful special about what they mean to this team.
I tell you what, just a lot of high character kids that have been in our program all the way through for the most part, and just to see their development. When you talk about how you'd like kids to progress, you know, some of them maybe didn't play big roles early on in their career, and now here they are as seniors and playing key roles. And you know, we've talked about some of them on different weeks with the exciting plays they've made, and then with their parents too. Their parents have always been a great group and really supportive too, so we've really appreciated this group as a whole.
The Tigers take on the Goodland Cowboys, as we mentioned. This is a team that's going to throw it all over the field. I talked with Cale and Hunter. They talked about the same things. You have to adjust at least to some degree against a team that does this.
Yeah, we do. I mean, there's been games where they maybe run the ball a handful of times, and they've got a receiver back, Avila, number 20, who has given us trouble the last couple years, and you know, he's a big part of what they're doing, and they're scoring a lot of points. So we're going to have to make a few adjustments and have a plan A, B, and maybe a C to slow down their passing and screen game that they can run.
Coach, it's time for Tiger Trivia once again. So Here we go. I asked Hunter earlier about the Tiger players, so I got to ask you about the Tiger coaches. Okay. Who can talk maybe the best trash amongst the coaching staff?
Best or most?
Bo, give me the most first, then the best second.
I would say, just from past experience, Coach Last usually held his own in the past.
On both ends, best and most?
I think so.
Very good. Okay, number 2. If you could sit down and visit with any coach, living or deceased, and pick their brain on the game of football, is there one coach that you would pick to sit down with?
Growing up north, Tom Osborne was my idol from day one and still is, so quite an individual.
Dr. Tom, I kind of had a feeling that might be the answer. Growing up, what NFL player was your favorite, the guy you always wanted to be when you're on the playground?
I tell you what, Dick Butkus, and I'm a Minnesota Viking guy, so watching the Purple People Eaters, but Dick Butkus and those middle linebackers roaming in the middle were pretty fun to watch.
It's 2 weeks in a row I've given you a chance to talk being a middle linebacker. You can see his eyes kind of flare up when he gets into that. Coach, as always, thanks for all your time.
Our thanks to Coach Rice, Cale Drulo, and Hunter Mullen for being a part of the show this week. Now, you can catch the video interview of that each week on the KCLY YouTube page. Go check it out. That is going to wrap up our Cloud County Community College halftime show. We'll take you back to the Den next.
Farmway Co-op, your partner in growth.
Invest locally today for a better community tomorrow. Since 1911, Farmway, your local cooperative, continues to serve customers and its community with professional service and value-added products for all your agricultural and energy needs to plant the crop, take care of the crop, and store the grain after harvest. When looking for a resource or an extra hand for your farm, turn to Farmway, your cooperative.
Hey folks, Bill Rice from the Green Team, 802 West Crawford and Clay Center. We have got a great selection of Ram 1500 pickups right now with 0% financing and some great savings. How about this one, a Ram Quad Cab 1500, 20-inch wheels, Hemi engine, keyless entry, only $29,885. That's at the Green Team, 802 West Crawford, Clay Center, Kansas, or check us out on the web at greenteamcars.com.
Looking to start a business? Maybe you're expanding your ag operation. How about buying, building, expanding, or remodeling your home? All visions can become a reality with the help of the Citizens National Bank. Stop by and visit with myself, Bryant Johnson, as I will entertain your financing request and cater to your financing needs. We look forward to hearing about your vision and hope to give us a shot here at CNB to assist you with your banking needs.
The Citizens National Bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back once again to your Cloud County Community College halftime show. Cloud County Community College wants Clay Center Tigers to become Cloud County T-Birds. Visit them online at cloud.edu or schedule a campus visit to find out about all the opportunities waiting for you at Cloud County Community College. Go places, be a T-Bird. Here, the Clay Center Tigers lead at 28-14, Chad, and I was looking at your keys of the game because I know it didn't pan out the way you thought it would. Yet, there are some things that happened that you talked about that were important. First off, stop the run and pass. Those short passes did not hurt the Tigers in the first half. Now, the long pass did, and a little bit of the running game did.
Right, and 2 of the long passes did, where we gave a little bit up in a soft middle. We're not giving anything up on the short pass.
Right.
They're 0 for 2 on 4th down, and they were going to that there, so we are stopping them there. We gave up a couple of what turned into long passes, but they found we have a big open space in what I'd call middle coverage out there, and they found that twice. And, you don't want to have to stop a Vila 40 yards downfield when he has a head of steam, and that's what happened there. But, yeah, a little bit of a splayed out.
And you talked about what the Tigers do offensively, gain those 4 yards, churn it out, wind clock. Now, they didn't have those long, time-consuming drives, but it's not that they weren't doing good things. They just hit some big plays. They had a big pass play. They hit 2 big pass plays. One to Tyler Young, the touchdown to Gabe Ware, and then Gabe Ware and Tyler Young broke long runs off for quick touchdowns.
Well, a couple of those touchdowns were in the neighborhood of 50 yards. 40-some, 50-some yards. But prior to that one touchdown with Gabe Ware, we were 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. So we had to move the chains 3 times prior to that, and we did to get to midfield.
Speaking of moving the chains, the Tigers been really good on third down conversion.
Oh, absolutely. In the first half, not just were we 3 for 3 in that drive, we're 4 for 5 in the first half of play on third down. So pretty solid there.
Very solid. Now the numbers for the Tigers give you a little look offensively. Team Money, 108 yards on 4 carries. 108 yards on 4 carries. 65 of those on 1 touchdown run. Gabe Ware, 7 carries, 71 yards. He also had a 57-yard touchdown run. Cade Wallace, 42 yards on 8 carries. And the Tigers defensively led by the work up front from Adam Ebert in that linebacker position. He had 5 tackles, 4 tackles each for Peyton Lane and Caleb Mendham. Quarterback stepping up and making plays.
Well, I tell you what, Mendham and Lane, all of their tackles are open field and out there by themselves for the most part.
And then we talked about getting pressure on the quarterback. Coach Todd Wright said you've got to move Archer off of his spot, as he called it, make him move around to throw it. Balin Brumfield's gotten to him once. He's pressured him 4 times. Dylan Carlson moved it out of the pocket. Garrett Craig as well. Here's the Tasty Pastry second-half kickoff. It is a short kick, and a nice job of the Tigers up front to cover this football up and make sure nothing gets away, and Clay Center will take over in good position. That was Nate Livey who made the cover at about the 35-yard line.
And Nate Livey, I've known him forever, too. It's hard to believe he's out there on a Friday night. He did the perfect thing he was supposed to do. Tigers are taking over on the 35.
Sophomore just gathered it, got on top of it. They've got great field position to start here at 1st and 10. And we talked at half, Dr. Stat, Kerry Carlson, Chet, and I. This is an important possession because you could really take the will out of the team if you score right here.
Oh, I think so. Goodland won the toss, and they took the ball early. Now the Tigers have the ball, and we need to do our thing right here.
Tyler Young in motion from right to left. They'll hand off underneath. This is Gabe Ware, and he's in the open field again. He's to the midfield stripe, to the 45-40, to the sideline. Almost wrestled out of bounds. Finally, he steps out. Never did go down. Luca Vila was able to knock him out of bounds, but not before he takes it to the Goodland Cowboy 27-yard line. Big-time play to start for the Hick from the sticks. It's a gain on the play for the Tigers that time, and Milliken out front making the block to loosen it up.
Quick hitter, Gabe Ware, and as he just wasn't going to go down, and he's gaining speed at the same time that he's breaking tackles. I don't know how you do that.
That was a 40-yard run, 40-plus yard run for Gabe Ware as he takes it to the 28-yard line of Goodland. Just 12 seconds in to this second half, and the Tigers are marching already on a big run from Gabe Ware. He had 71 yards in the first half, so put him over 100 yards for the game. Handoff again, Gabe Ware breaks a tackle, spins off a tackle, carries a tackler down to the 23-yard line. Senior night for the Gabe Ware, the big guy running up the middle. He ain't going down.
Well, 7 days ago, we drove to Abilene, and we're in Dickinson County, and he didn't like wearing jeans standing on the sidelines very much that night. It killed him to not be in the game. He's trying to make up for it right now.
Tigers have it, 11:22 to work third quarter. They lead 28-14. They have it now at Goodland's 23-yard line. Second down and 5 after another carry from Gabe Ware. And now you've punched through the middle big twice.
Yeah.
What happens next for the Tigers? The playbook's pretty wide open for them right now. Cade Wallace under center. Young in motion, left to right. They'll pitch out to Tyler Young. Gets by a tackler out of the sideline. To the 20, 15, the 10, to the 5, trying to walk the tightrope to the sideline. He will be knocked out of bounds. But inside the 5 goes T-Money. It's first down and goal, Tigers.
We call it and goal. They're inside the 5-yard line. Tyler Young is trying to tightrope down that sideline on the far west side over there, and he's heading south. He got to about the 3 to 4 yard line over there before he got bumped out of bounds.
First down and goal at the 3. It's a 20-yard gain for T-Money. He, at halftime, was at 108 yards, so tack on 20 more. And the Tigers making short work with 10:52 to work third quarter to move it downfield. First and goal. Here's Cade Wallace. Handoff. Gabe Ware staggers right, then back left, dives in. Touchdown, Tigers. The hit from the sticks takes it in, and the Tigers are going to go up with an early third quarter touchdown.
We take the kickoff. We start on the 35-yard line. We march 65 yards all on running plays, and we mixed it up pretty good. A lot of it was through the middle, a little bit on the outside with Tyler Young. Great drive by the side.
Peyton Lane for the point after. We need to mention the IHOP crew again for the Tigers. How about the big boys up front?
You bet.
Dylan Carlson, Jacob Blackburn, McCade Melius, Parker Folks, Jace Casper. Those guys opening up the avenue for Gabe Ware and company to move it through. Here's the kick for Peyton Lane, and he boots it through deep again and right down the seam. Tigers lead it 35-14, 10:46 to work, third quarter, here in the Den on senior night.
Welcome to Subway. What can I make for you?
I want to mix things up a bit.
How about one of our delicious Reuben sandwiches? Loaded with your choice of tender corned beef or oven-roasted turkey breast.
I like where you're going with this.
They're fresh toasted with melty Swiss cheese and topped with sauerkraut and Thousand Island dressing. All on your choice of freshly baked bread.
Sounds perfect.
Coming right up. The Subway Reubens won't be here long, so try one today. Subway. Eat fresh.
Limited time only at participating restaurants.
Goodland Propane has provided quality service and employment opportunities for over 60 years. Goodland is always on the lookout for exceptional company and owner-operator drivers to join their team. If you're a top-notch driver, call Andy at 800-232-0170. Goodland transports liquid commodities throughout the 48 states with an emphasis in the Midwest. Goodland is committed to excellence, safety, and quality service. Join the Goodland team. Call 800-232-0170.
2 minutes, 14 seconds, Chet. You start your own 35, and was it 4 plays later? You scored. Gabe Ware, big run. Tyler Young, big run. And then Gabe Ware punches it in from 3 yards out.
We're going to give about 45 of those yards to Gabe Ware, 20 to Tyler Young.
Here's the kickoff from Levi Fitzenmeyer. Avila takes it back at his own 20-yard line, returns to the middle, now starts outside. Riley Griggs turns him back. Hunter Mullen there to catch him up. And the tackle is going to be made at the 24-yard line. Also on the play for the Tigers that time was Gavin Seabold. Goodland takes over at their own 29. Tigers lead it 35-14, just underway in the third period.
This harvest, producers that planted one of the high-quality wheat varieties or a blend from Oldie Seed are recording significantly better yield results. Varieties like Hot Rod, WB 4458, and WB Cedar are high-yielding wheat varieties that deliver exceptional yields and good test weights. If you want the highest quality seed, make it a point to plant an Oldie Seed wheat variety or blend this fall. Call Oldie Seed at 877-692-4555.
Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep is a proud supporter of Tiger football. Get to Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and test drive the 29-mile-per-gallon Ram truck and save during Ram Truck Month. Need an SUV? How about the 30-mile-per-gallon Jeep Grand Cherokee? For 47 years, Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep has treated you like family because our family name is on the door. Schramm Chrysler Dodge Jeep on West Anderson in Manhattan or online at schrammcars.com. Go Tigers!
Todd from Wall's True Value here, and I want to share a comment from a customer. This customer told me, "I don't know what I would do without your store. You really make my life easier." Well, that type of praise is great, but it also makes us aware that we need to live up to a pretty high standard. We hope that you will experience exceptional service and value when shopping for paint, lumber, hardware, and appliances with us. Come see us at Wall's True Value in beautiful downtown Clay Center, open 7 days a week for you.
I was going over paperwork in central office when in sauntered.
The name's Bond. I'm needing to lay low. I thought maybe selling office supply products would be a good disguise.
Well, we do offer great savings on items such as Laurel office furniture, desk, chairs, filing cabinets, and more, plus over 1,000 Business Source office supply items, house brands, but same great quality.
Perfect. And what do you think about this big rubber nose and mustache?
They'll never recognize you. Folks, for all your office furniture and supply needs, come see us at Central Office Service and Supply in Clay Center.
Central Valley Ag suggests this year you rethink your post-harvest schedule.
If this El Nino is as strong as it is and sets in as deep as it does, we could be looking for a wet fall time frame.
CVA agronomist Mike Zwingman says get on the list for fall fertilizer, soil samples, or weed control right away.
It's really important for us to make sure that as you're harvesting, we get out and get those fields soil sampled almost as soon as you get out of the field with the combine.
Get a hold of Central Valley Ag and make sure your fall field work gets done this fall.
Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement.
Did the recent storm cause damage to your roof? Call Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement in Concordia now to have a member of our team provide an estimate to restore your roof. Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement has been replacing and installing commercial and residential roofs for over 35 years. You can trust the Geisler team to get the job done right.
Back once again in the den. It is 2nd down and 12. We had a phone that rebooted on us, so we're now back with you again. It's 3rd down and 12. Goodland does still have the football. Tigers lead at 35-14. 9:27 to work, 3rd quarter.
Well, while we had technical difficulties, Goodland picked up a first down on a little pass play, a flare pass. Now we're looking at 3rd and 12.
Here's Archer with Brumfield in his face, gets rooted underneath the Raymer, and he's got a seam to run through the middle. He is caught by Lane Lively, but not before he takes it to Clay Center's 40-yard line. And again, a very quick-hitting little pass across the middle, and they found a seam, and Raymer got downfield.
And again, I call that their bread and butter, but Valen Brumfield, so much pressure on the quarterback, and he has such a reach with those arms, and I thought he had that pass knocked down too.
Archer from that gun. Receivers to both sides, 3 right. Archer back to pass. Pressured. Brumfield has him throwing it high. Caleb Mendham almost with the interception. It will fall incomplete at 2nd down and 10. And once again, Javalian Clowney Brumfield right on top of Archer. Somehow Archer got rid of it, but he had to throw it high, and Mendham almost brought that down.
Well, most of the night, Valen Brumfield's playing left end out there, and he's got big pressure on the quarterback. He's a right-handed quarterback. He likes stepping to his right, so he's right in Valen Brumfield's wheelhouse coming in. That time, Mendham turned into the receiver, and Avila turned into the defender.
2nd down and 10. Archer rolling right this time. Now further right, Garrett Craig gives pressure. Catch is going to be bobbled. It looked like on the sideline. They're going to say this is caught. I thought Avila was bobbling it as he stepped out of bounds. And the Tiger coaching staff already unhappy with the sideline official. Now even more unhappy. I don't think Avila ever had control of that football until he was out of bounds.
And he's very close. I think he's going to move the chains with that spot he got as well. Yep,
so
they're moving the
move. Yeah, they do move it. 1st down and 10. 8:54 to work. We're in the 3rd quarter. Tigers lead here, 35-14. Archer, 2 receivers to both sides. Handoff underneath. Now Archer keeps it himself through the middle. Gabe Ware gets the first contact. It's a gain of 4. 2nd down, 6 yards to go.
Again, the clock is just not ticking in this game. We have almost 9 minutes still in the 3rd quarter, 8:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's just one of those sands through the hourglass type games.
Exactly, especially with the Tigers scoring quickly to begin this half, and then the kickoff, and then Goodland, of course, taking shots down the field. Archer again to pass. Looks left, little bubble shot out to the outside. Evan Peter, that's a pretty dang good catch in the open field. Now the Tigers make the tackle short of the 1st down marker, but a pickup of 4, maybe 5 yards. And I thought Evan Peter was not going to get to the football, let alone catch it. He not only caught it, but then got positive yardage out of it.
He did. He did a good job of catching that football under duress out there because he knows he's going to get rocked as soon as, plus he bobbled it about 3 times, and then he got rocked very close to the 1st down, 3rd and 1.
3rd down short. Archer keeps it through the middle. 1st down yardage, now slips by a tackler inside the 20, down to the Tigers' 17-yard line. 1st and 10, Goodland. 7:43 to work. Clock stops as they move the chains.
I talk about momentum every week, and especially in high school sports, high school football, it's a big deal. And right now, all of a sudden, even though they're down such a big score, 35-14, Goodland has a little spring in their step.
7.5 to work, 3rd quarter. Same formation. Archer to pass. Fires right sideline. Catch is going to be made. Great coverage in the open field by Adam Ebert. Catch made by Avila, but he gets nothing out of it.
Absolutely right. That's going to be a completion in the stats for no gain.
Right.
He threw the ball halfway across the field. It was a great throw. It was a great catch. 0 yards.
2nd down. Well, they gave him maybe a yard, it looks like, at the end of the play, but still 2nd down and 9. Great tackle in the open field by Adam Ebert against a tough runner. 7:22 to work, 3rd quarter. Archer again to pass. Pressure coming. It's that screen. It's going to be picked off. It's Peyton Lane in the open field. He's to the 40, 50-yard line. They're sophomore to the 40, 35 of Goodland. Now gets a block, cuts against the grain, cuts again. Peyton Lane is gone. Tigers score it. Peyton Lane has taken it to the house. His second return for a touchdown. The first, they scoop and score. This time it tip and pick, and he takes it home. An 80-yard return for the touchdown. The Tigers go on top 41-14.
It wasn't too long ago I said the guy closest to that could have got a pick potentially was number 18, Peyton Lane. That time the ball went right into his arms, and you said it, just like the scoop and score. A few weeks ago, he was off to the races.
Amazing run at the end of that. He worked off a block from Balin Brumfield. It just kept the guy busy. But then Peyton Lane made two different cuts to the inside, back to the sideline, and then to the goal line, and it's 41-14.
Oh, man. When an offensive guy also plays defense, it makes a big difference. Most of us defensive guys would have gone about 30 yards and fallen down. Peyton Lane's taking it to the house.
He was thinking goal line from the start. Now on for the extra point try. Low snap. Hunter Mullen will run fire. He runs right side. He wants to pass it. Now cuts his field back left. Throws left-handed. Back of the end zone. Lane Lively. 2-point conversion is good. The bulldozer fires to the zone, and Magic Lively brings it in. Tigers lead it 43-14 here in the Den on senior night. Stay with us. Tiger football continues on 100.9.
An old battery can stop you cold. If you're not sure your battery has the power you need to get through another season, it's better to be safe than sorry. Stop in at Hanson Ford and get a Motorcraft-tested tough battery. Plus, get a $25 mail-in rebate with the purchase of a Motorcraft battery now through December 31st at Hanson Ford. Motorcraft batteries provide dependable power for today's high-technology vehicles across a wide range of conditions. See Hanson Ford of Clay Center. Ford, go further.
Why would you get a home loan at Union State Bank? 1. Your loan stays here in Clay Center, which means it's not sold to a lender in another state or country. 2. You can come in and see the same loan officer who helped you with your loan, which means no 800 numbers or foreign-speaking customer service reps. 3. This is your loan with your local bank for your community. Union State Bank has helped hold this community together for over 100 years, so let us help you out on your next loan. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Tigers now lead it 43-14. Concerned about the drive by the Goodland Cowboys, Chet. Did you say something about electrifying here tonight? Wow.
Did I say something about momentum also?
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Talk about flipping a switch.
Tigers now lead 43-14. Peyton Lane, a pickoff of 80 yards going the other way. And now Goodland from the 30-yard line up back receives the kick from Levi Fitzenmeyer, and it's downed right at the 30 with 7:02 to work here in this third quarter of play. The Tigers put up some big numbers now.
Well, after Peyton took the scoop and score a few weeks ago on that fumble and he takes it for a touchdown, he was too tired to get a complete PAT after that. You remember that?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
This time, I'm not sure what happened. If anyway, it was fire, as you said.
Right.
All of a sudden, Hunter Mullen is throwing the ball left-handed into the end zone for a 2-point conversion.
Tigers lead it 43-14. Archer back to pass, and he is dropped in the backfield. Ball is loose. The tackle made in the backfield by, that is Gavin Ware, am I right? No, that is Brandon Loader, who comes in from the blind side. Archer had no idea that Loader was in the neighborhood, and he blows him up.
Oh, man, he was planting. He was looking to his right. He got hit on the backside, but he didn't get hit just a little bit. He got rocked.
Well, they're lucky they still have the football. 5-yard loss because one of the offensive linemen was able to cover it up. Now the bobbled snap. Pressure coming from the outside. Dylan Carlson with a sack. The senior takes him down at the 11-yard line. It's third down and long. Dylan Carlson makes the play in the backfield.
Third down, and really, really, really long. Over 20 yards for Goodland. And they're inside of their own 12-yard line here, snapping the ball with third and long.
43-14, Tigers leading. Third down, and a pretty good Greyhound ride now for the Goodland Cowboys. Not sure what they rode in on, but they need it right now to pick up anything near first down yardage. They throw short, it's incomplete. And that'll be fourth and long. Goodland will be forced to punt from deep in their own end. Well, you talked about momentum, Chet.
Oh, it's big.
And you said how big it was. Well, Goodland had a little spring in their step.
Yeah.
Right now, the Tigers are feeding off momentum.
They were down 3 scores, but they had a spring in their step, and they were moving the ball. And all of a sudden, as slow as that clock was moving in the third quarter, that could make a difference. All of a sudden, things have flipped quite considerably here, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Tigers come after this.
Punter stands at his own 5, and it is pushed out to the right side. Dylan Carlson almost had it. He looked at his sideline asking for a hold. He thought he was held trying to get in there, but the punter only gets it across the 25-yard line. Clay Center has a short field now and leads at 43-14.
We didn't really come after it with the house, but we had enough pressure on him, and Dylan Carlson was coming hard. And number 57 comes through there. He got some pressure on him. I'm going to tell you how that kick ended up. You know, because we were talking about third and really, really, really long. Okay, that punt, we're taking over the ball 5 yards in front of where they started the chains last night. So where we are, they would still be 1st and 15, you know, if they still had the ball. That's how good a field position we had.
5:37 to work, third quarter. In motion goes Adam Ebert, left to right. Peyton Lane at a quarterback right now. He'll spin off a tackle. It is met rudely as he gets near the 20-yard line. He may have gained 4 on the play. It'll be second down and 6 yards to go. The Tigers with a huge lead here. 5:23 to work, third quarter, and Peyton Lane running quarterback.
I liked how Peyton come around that corner that time. He got met hard, and he got slammed to the ground, but not before he picked up 5 yards.
Second down, 6 yards to go. Wakefield has won tonight, 60-14. Kahn has turned it over 4 times in their game against Colby. They trail 28-6. Here's a carry underneath this time for the Tigers as Lane gives it off to Gabe Ware. And a gain inside the 20. It'll be third down and short. Now, I've not seen Cade Wallace on the sideline, Chet. Have you?
No.
Peyton Lane in. The rest of the first crew still on the field, so we'll see if that's a developing story or not for the Tigers. 4.5 to work. It's third down and 2.
And a little earlier, I was watching Cade play some defense back there.
Peyton Lane going to let the clock wind down as far as he can. When the official starts that 5 count, he'll go under center as the Tigers will milk clock as best they can. Now the 5 count starts. Lane's going to take it right side, carries it inside the 15, first down yardage. Now the ball comes loose. Did the whistle blow?
No, they're going to give that ball to Goodland, I think.
And the Tigers are going to turn this over. Looked like the play had...
Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
No, they are going to get forward progress, and the whistle must have blown. We just didn't hear it in the booth. So first and 10 Tigers, and it moves inside of the Goodland 15-yard line.
I was looking at the wrong official. The umpire had called it up there, and he had the spot.
3:59 to work. Now clock ticks back down. Brady Milliken off to the right side. Balin Brumfield left. Peyton Lane in running at quarterback right now for the Tigers. Lane with that huge 80-yard kickoff return to put the Tigers up 43-14. Here's a work right side. Hand off to Gabe Ware. Penalty flag near the line of scrimmage. There haven't been many penalties thrown tonight. That's the first if it goes against the Tigers, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, there was one penalty thrown that was waved off on the Balin Brumfield block of the game, by the way, that freed up Gabe Ware on a pass play, and now it is a hold against the Tigers. Stays first down, but moves them backwards. 3:34 left, third period, 43-14. Tigers on top here in this third quarter. The pick 6 by Peyton Lane, we talked about 80 yards, and then a busted play because the snap went in the dirt on Hunter Mullen. He picked it up, called fire, rolled right, rolled left, hit Lane Libby for 2. And when things are going right, things are going right. So it's first down and 20 to go. The Tigers now backed up to the Goodland 25. Brumfield left, Milliken right. Gabe Ware stays in at running back behind now Peyton Lane, who's playing QB. You have Adam Ebert and Riley Griggs at the wingback positions. First down and long. In motion goes Griggs. Here's handoff underneath to Gabe Ware, and short yardage on that first down play. It'll be second down and long. Maybe a gain of one, if any. In fact, he may have lost a half a yard.
So what do you say the score is in the Con game?
28-6, Colby.
And there's 4 turnovers by
Concordia has turned it over 4 times, and they have turned it over, I think, on an average 6 times a game. They had 1 9-turnover game this year, and they just can't clean it up. It's a weird year for them. 43-14 here. Tigers lead it. 2.5 to work, third quarter. Clock ticking down a little bit quicker now. But the Tigers a big lead and milking some clock here. Here's Lane underneath. He will hand it off to Gabe Ware. And he gets forward to maybe the 23. And it brings up third down and long. 2:13 now left to work. Wakefield winning earlier. As mentioned, it was a 60-14 final. And I haven't had an update on Abilene. They were down by 3 at halftime in their matchup on the road against McPherson. See if I can get you a score on that here soon as well. Minute 50 to work, third quarter. 43-14. Clock ticking. Tigers lead. Peyton Lane in under center. Third and long. In motion goes Griggs. Handoff again underneath. This is Adam Ebert. Now he breaks off a tackle into the open field. He's to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! The Adam bomb takes it in through the middle, and the Tigers scored again. They've got 49 on the board, Jack.
That was 3rd and 17. Yeah, and it was a 23-yard run for it. We had to get to the 6-yard line for a first down. He just takes it to the end zone.
He says, why not take it on in, right? And Adam Ebert takes it to the promised land one more time. For Ebert, that is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. He also has caught one through the air.
I've been looking for Cade Wallace. He's down there right beside Coach Henry helping him coach.
Okay. Here's the extra point try from Peyton Lane on its way, and perfect. 50-14, Tigers leading nearing the end of the third quarter. Stay with us. Tiger football continues on KCLY.
Whether you want the tried and true seedweed varieties or a blend of the latest in the field of genetic innovations suited for your specific soil conditions, Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales wants to be your source for seedweed and starter fertilizer. Let us explain all the details and then place your order to ensure we have enough on hand. We can also add treatment to your seedweed to protect it while it gets established and ready for a harsh winter. This is Blaze. Stop in and see us at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy has earned the reputation of being a dependable supplier of durable medical equipment. They offer customers cost-effective quality products they need to improve their health and well-being. Lift chairs, shoes for diabetics, canes, bath aids, wheelchairs, knee braces, CPAP machines and supplies, and several other helpful equipment is available. And if you have a prescription to be filled, bring it into Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy for friendly and professional service. Downtown Clay Center.
Again, back in the den, and again, the Tigers have an opportunity for Levi Fitzenmeyer to kick the tasty pastry kickoff. They lead it 50-14. Kick down the field, taken at about the 24-yard line. Return through the middle and out across the 35. Goodland will take over with the minute 25 to work in this third quarter, and the Tigers up big right now, Chad.
I love it. You know, we're not even to the fourth quarter yet, and the Tigers are they're having a lot of fun out there right now, but really, it turned at about 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. It wasn't like this. Barely into, that third quarter of play. Momentum has really shifted, and the Tigers are just hitting on every front right now.
Archer from the gun, back to pass. Now steps, fires sideline right. Raymer with the catch. Tackle's going to be made by Atkinson Enneking near the sideline. It'll be a gain of 5 yards. Second down, 5 to go for Goodland as they move it across around 40.
In high school football, this is about as much of a passing team as you're going to run into. Now, we say nothing is upfield. They had 2 big passes upfield, but for the most part, 80% of their passes are not downfield.
Second down, 5. Archer looks right, now holds, stands, fires across the middle, and Avila dropped it. He had Garrett Craig in the area, and then Anthony Atkinson Enneking coming across the top, and it falls incomplete. It's third down and 5.
And what we need people at home to understand is when we say across the middle on tonight, it's not like 15, 20 yards downfield across the middle. It's basically the line of scrimmage across the middle.
Third down, 5 yards to go. 50 seconds to work, third quarter. They spread the field again. Archer's going to run it up the middle himself. He is caught by Parker Folks. The forward progress falling down looks like it's going to pick up first and 10.
It is, and, that's been money for them on about a handful of different third down conversions here where Archer just keeps it. The sophomore, he's an athletic, good quarterback sophomore, but, he's good for about 5 yards on that play.
So first and 10. The sophomore now will go draw play underneath, and the Tigers eat this one alive. 4 Tigers on the play. Mullen in the area. You see Dylan Carlson in there, along with Garrett Craig and Parker Folks.
A draw play is not going to do much tonight against this defense. A quarterback draw, maybe, because you don't have that delay of that handoff, and he can stop and read and cut. But a draw play, our defense is going to snuff that out.
Brogan, the can't-miss kid in there, along with the MC Jacob Blackburn going on defense right now with the Tigers. Archer back to pass. Fires out in the middle. The ball nearly picked off again with the Tigers. It picked up in the air, and Hunter Mullen diving in there, tried to come up with a catch. Couldn't. That brings up third down and long, and Goodland will have to run a play in this quarter with 0.2 seconds left.
Yeah, that's kind of rough right there. But what a tip drill there. I thought Hunter Mullen was maybe going to pull that down, and he was giving it everything he had out there. He wanted that so bad. He almost got the pick on the tip drill.
Third down long. 0.2 seconds left in this third period. Tigers up big. Holden Heigeland defensively as well. He's got pressure now. Archer steps up and is going to run it across the midfield, strive to the open field. Darts out of bounds in front of Brady Milliken. Did he get to the first down marker? It appears that they will mark him right on the spot, and we'll go to the fourth quarter with Goodland moving the chain. But the Tigers up big. Final 12 minutes on the way. Clay Center leads at 50-14. You're listening to Tiger Football on KCLY.
Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement. We've got you covered.
Did the recent storm cause damage to your roof? Call Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement in Concordia now to have a member of our team provide an estimate to restore your roof. Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement has been replacing and installing commercial and residential roofs for over 35 years. You can trust the Geisler team to get the job done right.
Hey folks, Bill Rice from the Green Team. I want to invite you to come out and try our service department. We have a express lane for oil changes and much, much more. No waiting, 30 minutes or less, no appointment necessary. Make your vehicle road ready. Or if you need heavier work done, we've got certified technicians that can do jobs from recall work, regular maintenance, all the way to complete engine repair. So come out and see us at the Green Team, 802 West Crawford in Clay Center.
Tigers lead 50-14 as we begin now the fourth quarter. A couple of updates on scores. Abilene scored 19 unanswered after 3 quarters. They now lead McPherson on the road 26-17. Colby's up 28-13 beginning the fourth. Panthers have lost 3 straight fumbles. Here's a play in the middle on 1st and 10 for the Goodland Cowboys. A short yardage play. Give it off to Cordell Ratliff. And it'll be second down and maybe 6 yards to go after a 4-yard gain.
Great tackle by Jace Casper there in the middle. If Jace doesn't make that tackle, he's going to run for a ways. He's definitely going to pick up a first down. Instead, it's second and about 5.
11:34 to work in the ball game. Tigers lead it here, 50-14. Archer back to pass. Pressure coming. Screen play set up underneath Evan Peter. He will run to the 30 and then is going to be brought down. Actually carries a tackler a little bit down the field. It is going to be a carry by Evan Peter, but that is Cale Drulo who makes the tackle. That senior who is hung in there. We talked about him at halftime going in because he was one of our halftime interviews, and great to see him getting a chance on the defensive side. He plays a lot of special teams for the Tigers. 1st and 10, Goodland, 11:04 to work, 50-14. Tigers up big here in the fourth quarter. Archer looks across the field, now set to work. We have a whistle before the play gets going. And it's a timeout taken by the Tigers. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Tiger Football on 100.9.
Whether you want the tried and true seedweed varieties or a blend of the latest in the field of genetic innovations suited for your specific soil conditions, Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales wants to be your source for seedweed and starter fertilizer. Let us explain all the details and then place your order to ensure we have enough on hand. We can also add treatment to your seedweed to protect it while it gets established and ready for a harsh winter. This is Blaze. Stop in and see us at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
Central Valley Ag suggests this year you rethink your post-harvest schedule.
If this El Nino is as strong as it is and sets in as deep as it does, we could be looking for a wet fall time frame.
CVA agronomist Mike Zwingman says get on the list for fall fertilizer, soil samples, or weed control right away.
It's really important for us to make sure that as you're harvesting, we get out and get those fields soil sampled almost as soon as you get out of the field with the combine.
Get a hold of Central Valley Ag and make sure your fall field work gets done this fall.
50-14, 10:52 to work. We're in the fourth now. Tigers on top big here on senior night. Goodland faced first down and 10 at the Tiger 26-yard line out of the Clay Center timeout. Archer again to pass. Across the middle it comes. Pass is caught. Atkinson Enneking and a hit. See the second guy in there with a hit. That's Jace Casper. Ball came loose, and the Tigers have come up with it. Fumble. Jace Casper jarred it loose after Atkinson Enneking had started the tackle. I'm not sure who recovered him at the time.
Hunter Mullen.
Hunter Mullen with the recovery. So the bulldozer gets on top of it. The freak knocked it loose. The Ant-Man starting the tackle that time.
Good coverage by Anthony that time, and he was all over him. He kept him from getting any more. All of a sudden, he had his committee of defense come in, and Jay supplies a hit. Hunter gets the ball.
Tigers will have the football, leading 50-14. It was a 28-14 ball game at half. Tigers scored the opening drive quickly. 4 plays, went 70 yards. And then the pick 6 from Peyton Lane, and now they've just got the hammer down. Lane in at quarterback for Cade Wallace. Young, the wingback right. Hunter Mullen to the left. Adam Ebert is the back behind Lane. Tigers are letting that play clock go down as far as they can. Here's a work right side handoff, and this is Ebert fighting for yardage. He gets near the 30. Maybe gains 3 or possibly 4 yards on the play. It'll be second down. Tigers bringing Riley Griggs into the ball game. Brandon Loader up on the front line, and Brogan Kant in offensively.
Well, in the next 9 minutes, we're going to give out some awards. And in some games, they're not as obvious, or there's not as many to pick from. Tonight, we have one of those games where we have a lot of candidates in every category.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them out there. Offensive line, Holden Heigl just getting into the game. Levi Fitzenmeyer also in behind the quarterback, Peyton Lane. 9:16 to work, clock ticking. Tigers lead it 50-14. Lane keeps it himself to the right side. Gets through a tackler. Now carries a couple out near the 30 or near the 40-yard line. That's first and 10 Tigers. Peyton Lane, the sophomore, with a carry and the first down.
Great read, great run by Peyton Lane that time when he made that corner. But more important, when he made the decision to keep the ball, he was 180%, going around that corner, and he was not going to be tackled, and he got plenty of yards for the first down.
50-14, clock ticking down to 8:40 now. Tigers going to go to 1-0 in district play and get above the 500 mark overall with this game tonight. Keep you posted on those other scores around the district. First down and 10 here, 8:25 to work. Peyton Lane, left side handoff, and short yardage play for Levi Fitzenmeyer. It'll be second down 10, no gain on the play.
And the Tigers are getting lined up. They're all ready to go. They know the play, and they wait for the back judge to start his 5-second count. Then Peyton goes under center and calls the play.
Tigers next week will travel to Colby for the second game of districts. Colby was leading at last check over Concordia, and now it has gone final. I'll get you that in just a moment. Colby's going to win that ball game big over the Panthers tonight. That was in con. Second down and 10. 7:40 to work. Clock ticking as Peyton Lane now goes under center. In motion goes Griggs. Left side, that's Lane keeping it, and he'll be tackled near the line of scrimmage. Final in that ball game tonight, it is Colby over Concordia, 42-13.
Wow.
42-13. Colby wins it. Con again We've had a couple of guys giving us updates, and they lost count on fumbles, 5 or 6. They're not sure where that ended up at. Concordia just struggling to keep a hold of the football.
Well, that's the difference in a game
Crazy.
like that.
Oh,
That's
it is.
the difference in the game.
They were 4-2 going into that game overall. Third down, 10 yards to go, just under 7 minutes. Peyton Lane, he will keep it himself right side. Now bangs off of a block. Brandon Loader out in front of him. Gets to the 45-yard line. It'll be 4th down for Clay Center.
I'm going to tell you something. We're watching some young guys get some experience right now, but I love the discipline that I'm watching out there because of the clock management. I'm watching that offensive line every play right now, and they are so poised. They are so alert. You know, that's where it's easy to be lazy. You get a procedure call or something like that. They are so focused on what's going on.
4th down and 5. Connor Last in to punt from his own 33-yard line. And again, they'll let that clock wind down as long as they can. Now the snap is there. Last steps into it and bangs a good one downfield. Avila is going to let it bounce. It takes a Tiger bounce, and Balin Brumfield is there to down it alongside with Elias Pfeiffer, and that's going to be Goodland taking over back at their own 16-yard line. A 42-yard punt from Connor Last.
I tell you what, when the ball's bounced in funny directions, I'm not going to want to pick it up right in front of Balin Brumfield either. He was right there ready.
His mind, and I'm guessing the sideline, were all saying, no, get away. Yeah, and he did. That's Luke Avila, who is one of the most dangerous players Goodland has in this ball game. 1st down and 10. Goodland takes over at their own 16-yard line. Archer. He will run it himself right side. He's been a pretty good weapon. Oh, great open field tackle with the Tigers that time. Gavin Seabold able to go down and just chop the legs out underneath of the running back, or the quarterback, I should say, Archer.
In the last 90 minutes, you've called a lot of numbers and a lot of names, and you have called a lot of sophomores tonight.
No doubt, yeah.
We've got a great senior class, a great junior class. Here on senior night, a great junior class, but sophomores are getting a lot of time tonight, too.
It'll be 2nd down 5. Archer, empty backfield. Fires out in the flats for Evan Peter. The ball is loose, picked up by Garrett Craig, but it was incomplete. It brings up 3rd down. 5:24 left in the ball game. Tigers on top here, 50-14. This is a 2-touchdown game at halftime, and Goodland dangerous, and they were marching. And we were starting to think, we need to turn the tide. The momentum, as Chet brought up. And an 80-yard pick 6 by Peyton Lane, and this thing just all of a sudden became a blowout.
Sometimes you can't script what it's going to be that makes the difference, but that made a huge difference.
Archer with the carry and a big-time hit outside by the Tigers on defense, and I'm looking to get you a number on who made that play. Brady Milliken made the tackle.
Brady.
I wasn't sure Brady was still in the game, so I wanted to make sure. He really put a pop that time on Archer.
I could only see one side of his number, and I was waiting for him to get around from behind the people. Great hit by Brady Milliken.
4th down and 2 to go. Goodland will go for it, keeping their own end about the 25-yard line. Archer awaits the shotgun snap. Has it, takes the handoff, carries it right side. Chased from behind by Garrett Craig. He's got the 1st down yardage. Tigers, though, read that pretty nicely and kept him in a short yardage situation. 4:15 left. Let's talk first off the block of the game. We're just going to go there because that was one we said when it happened. That's got to be the block of the game. The Can Equip block of the game goes to Balin Brumfield, and it's actually happened in two waves. And I'll get to that in a moment because it was such a big-time play as Archer drops back to pass here on 1st and 10. Fires out. It's overthrown, incomplete. 2nd down and 10. It happened, and we all saw it. All 3 of us, Dr. Stat, Chet, myself, we're like, whoa, this game where's gone?
Right.
And then the flag, and all 3 of us reacted at the same time. You got to be kidding me.
Right.
And then the officials waved it off, and we thought, okay, they got it right. And then we all said, that's the block of the game. Nobody's going to trump that one, and nobody did.
Nobody did. That's one. He will remember that when he's my age. That's one of those highlight things. You only get perfect timing on that every once in a while, and he got it.
Pressure in the backfield on Archer, and he is tripped up and brought down. The tackle made deep for Clay Center that time. That is Cody Carlson who ends up with the tackle. initially rushed out of there by Brandon Loader, who had a sack earlier, and then Carlson comes up with a tackle. Cody, a good trip from behind to take the legs out. So, again, the can-equipped block of the game, Balin Brumfield on that pass to Gabe Ware that freed him up for a 41-yard touchdown.
We call Balin's name a lot just to give him props. The candidate of that block of the game we had before he did that one, he was in on that one.
You're right. Third down and long. Archer back to pass. Fires out right flats. He's got Evan Peter. There's Anthony Atkinson Enneking. He gets by Enneking, but then it's knocked out of bounds by Brady Milliken. Now, I think also we could say that we know what the catch of the game is, Ched. The Catalyst Sign and Graphics catch of the game, it's Peyton Lane, man. I mean, come on. 80 yards, pick six when you needed something good defensively to happen. And not only did he make the catch, he made one heck of a run at the end of that thing.
Yeah, we had it as a candidate for the electrifying play of the game because it was that type of a play after he caught it, but that was a very difficult catch. So I wanted to give that as the catch of the game because that wasn't a given interception by any means.
A near block punt by Atkinson Enneking. The punt for Goodland is going to roll to the 35-yard line of play center. So, again, your Catalyst Sign and Graphics catch of the game, the pick six of 80 yards from Peyton Lane. It was electrifying as well. Let's go ahead and head there. The Debenham electrifying play of the game. And we've got all kinds of things we could talk about. Let's just give them all the things we talked about. The pick six was one. We've already given that the catch.
Yep.
There was the Gabe Ware run, 57 yards. There was Tyler Young's 65-yard run. There was that 2-point conversion on the fire play. I love that one, don't you?
They were all electrifying, and a lot of what I base the electrifying play of the game on, because we're normally right above the Clay Center fans, it's how much noise comes out from below us. And those were the plays that elicited all of that noise from below us. All of those did. And, you know, the last one, sometimes the winner is the last one. I don't know. But that last one was a 2-point conversion that is not a difference maker in this game, but it's a difference maker in attitude and momentum.
Well, and I'll throw one more thing on top of it. It's one more senior that was involved, right? Hunter Mullen made the throw. Lane Lively made the catch. Why not on senior night make that the Debenham electrifying play of the game? We still got to figure out a stat of the game because there's a lot of those we could talk about too.
A lot of them. And I have a candidate here I want you to look at when you get a chance.
First off, we're going to look at the Tigers going into a victory formation with 1:06 to go. That's how good this game has been for Clay Center as they lead it 50-14. One more snap of the football, and this thing is in the books. The Tigers on senior night go 1-0 in district play. They go 4-3 overall. They will get set for a road trip to Colby, but they can celebrate senior night here in the Den with a 50-14 win over the Goodland Cowboys. Stay with us. Post-game's coming up next.
Welcome to Subway. What can I make for you?
I want to mix things up a bit.
How about one of our delicious Reuben sandwiches? Loaded with your choice of tender corned beef or oven-roasted turkey breast.
I like where you're going with this.
They're fresh toasted with melty Swiss cheese and topped with sauerkraut and Thousand Island dressing. All on your choice of freshly baked bread.
Sounds perfect.
Coming right up. The Subway Reubens won't be here long, so try one today. Subway. Eat fresh.
Limited time only at participating restaurants.
What happened?
This house is too small.
So let's buy a new house.
But we can't afford a new house. Money doesn't grow on trees.
That's why we'll go to United Bank and Trust. I heard they have low mortgage rates that are affordable for everyone.
Well, then let's go right now.
Stop and see me, Maria Fitzmeyer,
or me, Carla Sweet, at United Bank and Trust to talk about getting your new home loan process started.
Or visit us online at ubankonline.com. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Twin Valley is proud to announce their free Twin Valley Wi-Fi zone, available to all fans at Unruh Stadium. With Twin Valley Wi-Fi, you can share the moments from the game with all your friends and family. Listen to the game on the KCLY app, post Instagram pics, tweet updates of the game, and update Facebook all for free without using your valuable cellular data. Enjoy the game and go Tigers from your friends at Twin Valley.
This harvest, producers that planted one of the high-quality wheat varieties or a blend from oldie seed are recording significantly better yield results. Varieties like Hot Rod, WB 4458, and WB Cedar are high-yielding wheat varieties that deliver exceptional yields and good test weights. If you want the highest quality seed, make it a point to plant an oldie seed wheat variety or blend this fall. Call Oldie Seed at 877-692-4555.
Back once again, we bring you to the 10. Your postgame show is here, being brought to you tonight by Clay County National Bank, B&D Sandblasting and Painting, and State Farm Insurance, David Borgerding, agent. Chet, I want to talk first off about our Midwest product stat of the game before we get into postgame numbers. I love your stat of the game because the momentum of this thing swung in such a quick pendulum. You know, the Tigers led 28-14. That was great at halftime.
Right.
We said important to get the drive to start the second half quickly. 4 plays, 70 yards, boom, you're up 35-14.
Right.
But then Goodland kind of took control of the offense, was marching, and you brought up momentum. And all of a sudden the Tigers turned the corner on that thing. In the third quarter, a shutout and 22 points to the advantage of Clay Center.
Absolutely. And, you know, either of these teams have shown that they can score quickly. So 28-14, I wasn't that comfortable. You know, 35-14, I still wasn't that comfortable because we had an eternity in the ballgame left. And all of a sudden, everything swung, and we outscored them 22-. We had a lot of complicated stats in the game earlier going on because we had a lot of cool stats going on, but I'm going to make it real simple. We outscored them in the important third quarter of the game, 22-0, and that turned everything around, and it's game over.
And on top of that, we should add, they shut them out for the second half once they got to that point to begin the fourth quarter. So they win at 50-14. Your Midwest product stat of the game, 22-0 third quarter, really put this game out of reach for the Tigers. Again, post-game numbers, Chet, this has been a fun game. When you put 50 on the board, it's obviously going to be a fun game, but it's the manner in which the Tigers did that. Big plays tonight. Not to grind it out, get to the end zone. Right. We had big plays early. Tyler Young broke it loose, 65 yards. Great, Gabe Ware with the huge run and the catch and run that he had in this ball game. Peyton Lane, the pick six we talked about. Well, you go on and on and on this ball.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I thought we needed to control the ball by grinding it out, but we had 3 or 4 plays, you know, in our first several scores that were more than 40 yards, 40 and 50 yards. So we are like 3-4 minutes into the third quarter, and we've got, 2 guys over 100 yards and another guy close.
Yeah, well, let's look at those numbers. In fact, Gabe Ware, 12 carries, 124 yards here on senior night. Tyler Young, 5 carries, 128 yards on senior night. Adam Ebert, 8 yards, 57 yards. Cade Wallace, 8 carries, 42 yards. Peyton Lane, who quarterback really the entire fourth quarter, 5 carries, 21 yards. Passing, Cade Wallace, 86 yards to the air, 45 of those 2. Tyler Young, key money there. And the other guy we just talked about running, Gabe Ware, 41-yard touchdown catch that he had. Defensively, Jace Casper, another senior, 6 tackles on the night. Ebert had 6. Gabe Ware with 5. Peyton Lane, we talked about his open field tackling, had 5. Lane Libby, Caleb Mendham, Parker Folks, 4 each. They're unofficial numbers, but it gives you some idea of how many people were involved in this thing.
We haven't had a lot of guys out there that were able to finish a tackle and able to make a stop, and that's what it took. We had a good game plan against a team that liked to throw a lot of short passes, and that involved the linebackers and the linemen, you know, and they stepped up and did their job.
Interception from Peyton Lane for the touchdown, 80 yards. He was 5 of 5 kicking extra points, and then we had the 2-point conversion on the bobble that Hunter Mullen hits Lane Libby. 2 sacks in the game that we have officially. Brandon Loader, Ross fumbled. He had a hit on that one. And then Dylan Carlson got in the backfield and made the trip up and the tackle. We also had Phelan Brumfield. We had him for 6 quarterback pressures, and then Carlson got in there 3 times and hurried up the quarterback. And there were a lot of guys that were just around ball hounds all night long.
Absolutely. You know, you can't have one defensive star to win the game. And so we mixed it up and we spread it out. We had so many guys that had 4, so many that had 5, so many that had 6. That meant that when it was their turn, when it was their time to do their job, they did their job.
And they were ready. Right. And they made it happen. Tigers win it 50-14 on senior night. They head to Colby next week. We'll have it for you, of course, here on KCLY. For our studio engineer, Gary Pearson, appreciate the work back at home. Dr. Stat, Terry Carlson, Chet Carlson, as always, in the booth. An honor to have him alongside with us. This is Rocky Downing on our post-game show, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, David Borgany agent, B&D Sandblasting and Painting, and Clay County National Bank, telling you to enjoy the rest of your Football Friday.